Welcome back to another live stream. Yeah, today the title is kind of rage bait. Rage bait, like the stuff that gets people angry when they see it, so they click on it more, and we get more and more views here. But the last couple live streams have been doing really good. I don't really care about the political talks or the political indifferences. It's all clickbait, it's all posting stuff to get people's attention and just increase the views. We'll try to purposely upset people sometimes. That way they comment on the content or they feel some kind of reaction. Pretty much the same thing that CNN does. I'll try to upset people just like they try to upset people and make people angry and feel a certain way. That's the same thing that I'm doing with this content. And that's pretty much, to increase the viewership and the comments and the subscribers. I really take after them, but I think I do it a little bit better than them. At least I like to think so. But yeah, welcome back to the channel. Hit the like and subscribe button. Today's video title: Elon Musk and Donald Trump are terrible human beings? Question mark? Question mark. Well, I don't know about Donald, but I do know Elon has lost a significant amount of money since he's been helping America for free. He's lost about 35% of his stock money, and that's more than people lost due to the tariffs. And he's doing this all for free. So if he's working for free and he lost 35% of his money, I don't know really what he's getting out of it. People will make crazy claims, they'll say anything about him to try to make it seem like he's a demon or he's a devil. Just not even a year ago, he was the liberals' holy savior, and every liberal Democrat was saying, buy Tesla, buy Tesla, buy EV, buy EV. Now they're demonizing the man just because he joined alongside Trump, which really doesn't make any sense. Just because he joined alongside Trump, you guys want to demonize him? What do you guys think about Elon Musk? Is he a good guy? Is he a hero? I said this many times before. Elon changed my life. I never worked for Elon Musk. I never did anything. Just the Tesla stock is really good. That's all I got to say. I got in the Tesla stock in 2017, 2018. But I don't think Elon is a devil. Hey, sup, Archer? Where you coming from, buddy? Inside the United States, outside the United States? How do you feel about, I don't have pronouns. I'm a Trump supporter. I don't have pronouns, but appreciate your comment. I'm a man. Colorado, shout out Colorado. I love Colorado. Love the cap, but I can't afford it. It's not that expensive. It's honestly really cheap. Probably under 30 bucks. I don't really remember how much. I'm an American. I don't have pronouns. I agree with those comments. I'm an American citizen too, but I live abroad. But I do love Donald Trump and I do love Elon Musk. Ignore the title of this. I'm a big Trump supporter. I'm a big Elon supporter. Honestly, Trump isn't my favorite guy in government, but I just do believe he was the best option. And I believe if you disagree with the politician, the best thing you can do is not cry about it. I don't hate LGBTQ. I have plenty of friends that are gay and all those other things. Don't let the perfect be the enemy of good. Don't let anyone psychologically drive you insane. No one makes me spew hate about them daily. I don't find the necessariness to tell all my friends and family about how I hate a certain politician. The only reason I go on here is to talk to you guys directly and just discuss things openly. But on my personal time, I don't find the need to spread hate about any specific politician. As much as I don't like Nancy Pelosi and other Democrats, I don't spread hate in my free time. I just go on here and have discussions with you guys. But good morning, good afternoon, depending where you're coming from. Happy Sunday. Hit the like and subscribe button if you're new here. I don't hate anyone. I don't hate LGBTQ or whatever your comment mentioned. I love all people of all races, ethnicities, religions, political beliefs. Just because you're a Trump supporter or you're Kamala Harris supporter doesn't mean I hate you. It doesn't mean I want to spread hate or scream in your face. Colors and creed. Just because of your religion doesn't mean I hate you. Hey, Indian Technology, welcome to the channel, man. You coming from India or where are you coming from? I love to hear where the commenters and subscribers are coming. They took the rainbow from the kids, man. Good. Kids shouldn't be exposed to that kind of thing. They don't need to be exposed to LGBTQ things or any kind of sexuality. These are young kids. Let them figure it out for themselves when they grow of age. They don't need to be forced down with transgender ideas or gay ideas. When they get old enough to decide that, they can know. They're not going to know at 5, 6, and 7 years old. When they become of age, they can figure it out themselves. Until then, let them be kids. I'm not triggered, man. What part of India are you coming from? Some of the liberals are triggered. Like I said at the beginning of this video, it's all rage bait. So if you want to get mad at me, that's fine with me. That's exactly the intended purpose. But hit the like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Love to hear what part of India you're coming from or what city you guys are coming from. I know someone said they're in Colorado. Toasted sandwich? Nah, I'm not making a toasted sandwich. Actually, the stream got skipped, thus I asked. Now, rainbows mean gay instead of leprechauns and fun things. Fun how they use to promote them expressing sexuality. Did you know that rainbow was the color in the Bible for God? When the rainbow came out, it was nothing about gayness or anything like that. They're turning something from the Bible into sexualization. Well, you can call anything you want gay. You can even use more harsh language than that. Quite frankly. You seem to be belonging to the US, ain't you? Yeah, I'm from Florida. I'm originally from the US, but I'm living in Europe right now. The country of Montenegro, a beautiful, good country. No, I didn't say the Bible invented rainbows. I said the rainbow was originally a sign of peace and love from God himself in the Bible. And now it's being used to sexualize gayness and other things and LGBTQ and stuff like that. Thank you, man. It's a beautiful country. It's a beautiful place. I'm happy. I'm glad to be here. And if you're new to the channel, he won't flood the earth. Well, we're just having an open discussion. Some people were asking me if I hate gays or stuff like that. Absolutely not. I love people of all kinds. I don't hate someone because of their political beliefs or their sexuality. Leave this topic. People will continue talking about that. Okay, yeah, we're moving on to the next topic at this point. We're talking about Elon Musk, Donald Trump, the tariffs. Now everyone wants to say, at first everyone was saying, Elon's getting rich off this, Elon's getting rich off this. This man lost 35 to 40% of his stock valuation for involving himself in the government with Donald Trump. Not only that, he's not getting paid to work for this organization. Nah, man, nothing here is seriously. We're just talking about this open discussion. Nothing too serious today. Sometimes I look like I have a serious face, but trust me, I don't have a serious face. But I can say one thing proudly and one thing good. Even though Elon wasn't born in America, he is my American hero. I love RFK Jr. Well, yes, Elon's dad shot and killed 3 black men. Well, there's nothing to say that I'm pretty sure they were black, but to be fair, Elon's dad is African. He's from South Africa. So what kind of people are in South Africa? I mean, yes, there are a lot of black people, there are also a lot of white people. But does it matter the color of your skin, honestly? That's really crazy to say, because when someone's trying to kill you, you gotta defend yourself. What platform do you use to trade stocks? Well, I used a lot in the past, but the ones I recommend, Fidelity, Robinhood. Greetings from South Africa. I love my South Africans. I have plenty of South African friends, actually. A lot that I met here. That I met in here in Tivat, Montenegro, in this beautiful European country. And funny enough, in South Africa, just from talking to my South African friends, that they cannot kill or harm any black people there because their heads will be put on a fork, basically. That's kind of how it works with the politics there. But if I'm wrong on that, someone can correct me. Hello from Germany. Shout out my Germans. Wow, Montenegro, beautiful. Hey, Skeeto. See you sometime. Hope to see you again, my Indian friend. Hit the like and subscribe button. It was good talking to you. Johannesburg. Shout out Johannesburg. Hello from Kentucky. I love Kentucky. Shout out Kentucky. I love Kentucky Fried Chicken. Hello from the great state of New Jersey. Yeah, hell yeah. I love New Jersey. I've been there before. Great place. I love to hear what you guys think about, the current political state of the United States. What time do I normally stream? Depends on the day, depends if I have work and things to do. But on a Sunday, I normally stream around this time. In general, I normally stream around this time. So whatever time it is, wherever you're at, right now, this is the time I normally stream. Shout out Texas. Love Texas. Hopefully I get to go back there this year when I visit the US. I will be visiting Florida. Maybe I'll be visiting Texas. Thank you. Thank you. Texas is a great place. What part of Texas are you from? Did you watch vlogs about Pakistan? Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. Not yet, but yesterday I wasn't feeling too good. I had a really bad stomach ache, so I was just kind of taking a rest a little bit. Shout out Dallas. Today I'll watch some vlogs about Pakistan. What promises did Trump not fulfill? And honestly, when it comes to Netanyahu and Israel, every single president is going to get on their knees for them. So what do you expect? What difference do you expect? He never promised not to do that. I really thought America would need Trump, but since he is in the House, everything went the other way. I don't really know what you mean by that. I think we're going in a good direction. I think Trump fulfilled more promises than any American president so far. He promised that he would end wars on day one. Well, you got to understand, Trump isn't a literal man, and that was kind of like sarcasm and a figure of speech. Like he's talked about this subject before. What he meant was he was going to try to end war as quickly as possible. And you have to give him credits. He's the only one that's actually been in negotiations with Israel and the Palestinians to actually end the war. And he's also the only president that's been in negotiations with Russia and Ukraine to end the wars. He's the only one that actually got into negotiations with them. President Biden wasn't even trying to negotiate any kind of ceasefire or anything with Russia and Ukraine or anything like that. So I know he hasn't ended any wars yet. I'm a little bit pissed about that too, but we can't lie and say that he's not trying very, very hard. And when he said he would end the Russian-Ukrainian war on day one, I think that was a little bit of a figurative speech. Subbed and liked. Trump is best. My people in South Africa support Trump. Well, I'm happy to hear that, but I'm honestly surprised too because I heard Trump recently ended U.S. aid to South Africa, but I'm glad that you guys like him. President Zelensky does not want to end the war. Fair enough. A lot of people tell me that, but I also don't think President Putin wants to end the war either. No, it was a lie. What was a lie? That Trump ended aid to South Africa? That was a lie, or what's a lie? Educate me, please. I did not say my president. Another thing about Trump is I'm not sure if this is true, but if this is true, I really don't like him for it. I'm not 100% sure because not everything you read is true, but I heard that he ended the tariffs on China when it comes to chips, phones, computers, and stuff like that. If that is true, I'm kind of pissed. White South African. It did not stop a lot of that stupid aid. Trump is a G. Hit the like and subscribe button if you think Trump is a G. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers, guys, and it's all thanks to you. We're a family here. We can talk about anything we want. Trump folded. I agree. Trump is kind of too soft on tariffs. One thing we can probably agree about. No, I did not say my president or president when talking about Zelensky. I'm an American. Trump is my president. No, I said President Zelensky, not your president. I know you weren't saying it's your president. Ukrainian president doesn't want to give up on his country, especially after so many died defending it. Well, I can agree there, but at the same time, do you want more to die, or do you just want to come to some kind of negotiation? Because if we're talking about numbers, Russia has like 100 times more troops than Ukraine, and there's no possible way of Ukraine winning. Comedian Zelensky. All the money sent here went to the ANC pocket. It's so corrupt here, so I agree with stopping aid. He's open to trying new things. Bro, tariffs are a tool. Countries are scared. If he pulls back on some of it, it's all part of negotiations. I agree, but China's not trying to negotiate, so why is he supposedly pulling back on some of the tariffs involving China? I'm Canadian and I hope he doesn't become my president. Well, as a Canadian, I invite you to join the United States of America, my friend. I'll keep my camera right here for a second because I'm making this guy dizzy, but I do need to clean up something for a second, but we're going to continue to have this talk. I don't always move around, no, but I'm trying to set my camera up. But yeah, I'm going to clean off some of these dishes while we're talking. I'm a Canadian and I hope it doesn't make... Yes, you can own a gun if you join the United States. You used to be able to own guns in Canada before your corrupt politicians took that away. Zelensky's G's $1 million worth of yachts and private islands, and his wife wears branded clothes worth $100,000. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, his wife was caught in Paris or somewhere expensive, spending like hundreds of thousands on clothes. Sad to say, but I think it's true. Chinese tariffs are very high, very, very. And chip and tech manufacturers have committed to U.S. production. Well, I agree that they're high, but they need to be higher. China's not backing down. China is not backing down. No, maybe lowering T's on ships, etc. is becoming commitments have already come to the U.S. Yes, I get they have came to the U.S. They still haven't built any factories. It takes time to build factories. Didn't Trump also tariff some third world countries as well? I don't know, it depends what you call the third world country, but yeah, I'm sure he did. He tariffed almost every country. There's 198 countries. Trump tariffed 180 of them, so that'll probably answer your question. Taiwan can be attacked at any moment. True, we need more troops over there, U.S. troops. We need troops all around the world to support Taiwan, realistically. Tariff the penguins. I heard that, but I don't know if it's true. USA on top in hockey, you heard? I don't know about that. Am I spiritual? No. I'm religious, not spiritual. No offense to anyone that's spiritual, but I'm spiritual with God. Hey, Falls Far. How are you? We have some kind of Russian-Ukrainian guy in here, but I don't speak Russian or Ukrainian. Well, in other countries, troops should be in America to protect Mexico. I'm American, but we're just bullies. I agree. What countries don't have a tariff? I don't know, but Trump paused all the tariffs pretty much except for Europe and China, if I'm not mistaken. Watch the US versus Canada hockey game lore. Well, how many Canadians do we have right now in here? Drop a C if you're a Canadian in my live stream right now. Seems like we get quite a few Canadians in here, so drop a C if you're a Canadian. He just threw up Crip. Maybe I did. I'm genetically Canadian. It's a force of habit. It's a force of habit. Tariffs being lowered because companies commit the factories here. In the meantime, they are subject to the tariff, so Trump probably wants new investors doing new investors a solid. What's your favorite color? Blue. Maybe blue is my favorite color. Shout out all my Russian Ukrainian people in here. I don't know what you're saying, but pretty cool. Just cleaning some dishes for no reason at all. Big C just happened to like blue. Yeah, for no reason at all. We aren't gangs. I'm not a gang member, guys. That's not what I'm saying. He's just an undercover Crip. Well, you're just an undercover cop. I'm nothing. Eating a pizza. You want some? Hell yeah, I want a pizza. I'm not a gang member. Guys. Just because I'm from the USA doesn't mean I'm a gang member. Can we get this started? Pizza is not a code word for anything. Went to church today. Praise the Lord. I am cleaning some dishes. Hit the like and subscribe button, though, if you guys are new. Let's talk about Elon. We haven't been staying on subject. What do you guys think of Elon? Drop an L if you don't like Elon. Drop a W if you like Elon. Let's see what we get. I'm not scraping it. I'm just cleaning it off. This is like a metal plate, so maybe it sounds different or weird to you guys. L, Antichrist. Why the hell is he an Antichrist? That's a crazy. W is for Elon if you like the guy. L is if you don't like him. No allegiance. What does that even mean? Half L, half W. Cut the fat. I agree. Cut the fat. Do his job, sure, and I don't trust him. W. Elon. L. Lucifer. God damn, why the hell are you guys calling Elon Lucifer? Now, I have one thing to say about that. If Elon's Lucifer and you guys aren't, then why are you spraying Nazi signs on Tesla? I liked him in maybe 2017. He wants to bring us to leave Earth. He wants us to accept the fact as Earth is dying and leave to Mars, when in reality, his world and this world God made for us, but he wants us to leave, so he's the devil. I don't think he said that Earth is dying. He just believes in interplanetary species. Shady guy, shady history, shady parents, and I'm nervous about him and his role in the future. Technocracy, etc., but love what Doge is doing. Elon Musk is money. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Guys, I think Tesla stock is going to go to $1,000 again. As someone that was in it since 2017, I think it's going to go to $1,000. Self-made trillionaire. Technocracy is scary. Well, Elon Musk didn't invent that. He didn't invent technocracy. That was around before him. So let's be a little bit fair to the guy. Yes, but Earth wasn't the only place God made in the universe for humans to live strictly to appreciate God's creation. How can we do that if we're not on God's creation? The Bible says God created the entire universe. He didn't just create Earth. So appreciating God's creation could be appreciating the entire universe. Well, we had this argument on here before, but the whole United States is basically one corporation. It's basically a corporation country. Every state you live in is a corporation and your government property. You're right, but he made fruit for man and animals for man. Where is that on Mars? Well, we could bring fruit and animals to Mars. Canada in trouble. I agree. Canada's in big shit. Sorry for any of the Canadians, but it's true. Your politicians are horrible there. Everyone's talking about Trump, but no one talks about the Canadian politicians. But if you're new to the channel, smash the like button, guys. We're so close to 3,000 subscribers. We only need about 50 more. So yeah. But they weren't made for that. Once again, man's trying to be God, which is why I call him the Antichrist. He's trying to be God. I don't think he's trying to be God, but I kind of see what you mean if you're a real religious freak, but I don't really believe that. Bro, we can't secure our borders or feed homeless. What makes you think we can bring fruit to Mars? Well, I'm pretty sure Trump is securing our borders better than ever. And feeding the homeless, that's another issue. That's just pure corruption, especially in California. I'm from Kentucky. Of course I'm a religious freak. You got a point there. You got a point there. I'm religious myself, but I don't really believe, I'm not here to hate on another man. Doesn't the Bible say something about that? Doesn't the Bible say something about that? If Elon publicly came out and said he thinks he's a god, maybe I'll put that more in consideration. Well, you say you're a religious freak, then maybe read the Bible more if you want to educate yourself. I know my Bible very well. Well, quote us some verses. Quote us some verses for today. It is Sunday. Easter Sunday's next Sunday. You are biased. Yeah, I told you I'm biased already. At least I admit to it. And like I said, I don't praise Elon like God or whatever. Yeah, about judging. Yeah, sure. Whatever you want. What animal do I not like? I don't know. I don't have issues with any animals, really. They've never done anything to me. Well, I didn't say it doesn't say don't judge, but I'm sure it says something about judging other humans. How am I being ignorant? I'm open to all opinions and all beliefs. If you want to educate me on something, I'm here to listen to it. But I think if you just comment, stop being so ignorant, it's probably the most ignorant thing you could say. Bible says, judge not, let you be. It says, remove plank from your eye first. We are called and commanded to expose darkness to light and called out godliness. I'm guessing you're a Democrat or a liberal because you're not really open to too much conversation. All you want to do is come on here and call people names. That's not really what my YouTube family and this community that I'm building is all about. We're more about having open conversations and discussions. We can disagree with each other and still be friends, or we can still be nice to each other. We don't need to call each other names. That's too much in the U.S. political landscape nowadays. All they want to do is call each other stupid, moron, and a bunch of dumb names. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I'm not innocent. I love to call liberals libtards. But that's only when they act erratic. Hey, how you doing, Teabags? That's a funny name. We will judge the angels, don't you know? I don't know. I don't think humans are too good at judging or a good choice of character. This is my kind of YouTube channel, man. Then hit the like and subscribe button. Of course I have my personal bias. Everyone has personal biases, but I'm open to all people's opinions. If you're a Kamala Harris supporter, if you're another race or religion than me, if you're completely on the other spectrum, I'm open to the conversations. But when someone calls me a name and just says I'm ignorant, then that's not a real critique. You have to say what I did wrong, or you have to say what I said that was ignorant. Actually criticize me. Don't just call me names. Or actually come with a valid point. You know what I'm saying? What got you into traveling and any reason to be in Montenegro? Well, I said this story a long time ago. My mom always asked me what I wanted for my birthday. When I was really young, she asked me, "Oh, you can have a really nice birthday present, like an Xbox or something like that, or or we can travel somewhere for your birthday." And I always decided, I wanted to go somewhere or travel around the world or see places. In Montenegro, that's a whole nother story, but basically, I love these beautiful views of this country. I love the people of Montenegro, and yeah, it's a really nice place. And also, it's a very Christian religious country. They say Spain is a Christian religious country. Not anymore, it's not. It used to be a long time ago. I lived there for a couple of years, but it's not too religious compared to here. And it's a beautiful place. I definitely recommend it. Do you stay in Montenegro? Yes, this is where I live. But I visit America very frequently, every couple months or whenever I get the opportunity when I'm not working. So it's like Romania, very traditional. Yeah, I haven't been to Romania, but yes, it's very traditional. I would probably argue it's more traditional than Romania, but I haven't been there to compare. How do the locals feel about America in general? Well, some of them, most of them, all of them love Americans, but because they don't really see too many Americans. They see more British, I feel like, because there's a lot of British people that visit here. It's only a 2 hour flight from London, and it's a cheap, affordable place to travel and visit. But I think they really have a curiosity and love Americans. They watch American Hollywood films, they watch all American news and American television stuff. And I think they really like Americans. A lot of them love Trump and love the conservativeness because it is a conservative country, more or less. Some people will disagree, but at the same time, not everyone likes Trump. A lot of them hate the US government, but they still love the American people. I haven't felt any negative things about it. I haven't felt any negative feelings about it. What state are you from? You don't have a very strong accent. Midwestern, I would guess. That's actually funny you say that. A lot of people say I have a southern accent. I kind of think I do a little bit, but no, I'm from Florida. I'm from the South. How is the political presence, or how is the police presence? Sorry, I misread your view. They don't have very many police here. They don't need them. People keep their drinks like they have a soda machine. You go outside to get your drinks, like Coca-Cola, fruit juices. They have a fruit stand outside with no one watching over it. They're not scared anyone's gonna steal. Everyone knows each other here. Yeah, they're very friendly. They're neutral, yeah, but they're. When you spin your toilet, does it spin clockwise or counterclockwise? Never paid attention to that. Cost comparison? Sure, I'll tell you in a second. Are you from North Florida or South Florida? I work in Naples every other month. I'm from Fort Myers, so very close, very close. I probably don't put my southern accent on yet, y'all, but you can see it soon. Are you from North Florida or South Florida? South Florida, Fort Myers, like I said. Fiber contractor. What's a fiber contractor? Is that someone that works in like the internet business? I lived in Fort Myers. Well, I don't like Fort Myers at all. And also, we got hit by the hurricane. We got hit by a hurricane like 3 times in a row, so it kind of destroyed everything, especially the beach. The beaches here are much more beautiful. And yeah, sure, I'll give you a cost comparison real quick. Like an apartment in Fort Myers costs like $1,700 a month for like a nice apartment. Not even a 1 bedroom, just like a studio apartment. Yep, fiber optics, internet, awesome. Maybe you can get me a job. I want to do something in the IT business. So yeah, as I was saying, the cost comparison, the salary is a little bit lower than Florida here, obviously, and even some other European nations, but there's plenty of opportunities if you can go out and find them here. There's lots of opportunities. Consumer products, large pizza, gallon of milk. I don't know. Eggs are like $2 here, or like under $2 for 12. But I was gonna talk about rent prices. Yeah, rent prices. You can get a really nice place here for $500 or $600 a month, and even if you work a basic job here, that'll pay you more than enough to get your own place. Even if you work at like a grocery store or something like that. Now this is my patio area. It's not 100% the cleanest. I can fix it up a little bit. But yeah, that's the cost comparison basically. This only cost about $500 a month. And you know, it's a pretty nice place. This was just built. It's a 2025 apartment. My friend even has an apartment. It costs $200 a month. And he's making like 5 to 7 times as much as that. He might even be making 10 times as much as that. Well, I'm only 21. Probably not. I just started myself, but that is wild. You're from where I work. I'm in Estero, Bonita Springs all the time. Yeah, I like Bonita Springs and Estero better than Fort Myers, but it's really expensive to live. Like I just said, Fort Myers is like $1,700 a month for a studio apartment. Do people hire any local services? You know, window cleaning, rug cleaning, auto detailing kind of stuff. Yeah, you can definitely get into that business here. I mean, they have their own local languages here, but they all speak English. Like they all know good English. Why did you go vacation by yourself? I'm not on vacation. I moved here and I live here now. But I'll go on vacation by myself. I have no problem with that. Oh yeah, Naples is about 2,500 for a 1 bedroom. At least 2,000 minimum for a 1 bedroom in Naples, Florida. Here it's literally 500 or 600 bucks, and that's for a really nice place. If you're spending more than 500 or 600 here, you can probably get yourself a house with a pool or something really nice here, you know? No, I mean, it depends on the person. A lot of people don't have money here, but in the specific area I am in, it's one of the more wealthy areas of Montenegro, so there's a lot of wealthy expats. Like I'm in the yacht hub of where I live, it has better boats and yachting than Florida and Naples. It's like I kind of want to work on a boat or do some kind of services like that. Dude, how much is a plane ticket? Well, I came from Spain, so from Spain it was only $100. But if you're talking about from the Florida to here, probably quite a bit of money, maybe 800 or $1,200. You have to take one layover from Florida, so probably like I don't know, Spain, anywhere in Europe really. It's in Eastern Europe. It's next to Croatia, so Croatia's a very nice place too, but it's a bit more expensive. And they have a bit more problems too, in my personal opinion. But I love all my Croatian friends. I'm wearing a Croatian hat. Gotcha. Madrid, Rome, yep. Madrid, Rome, Barcelona. Anywhere in Italy, we're right across from Italy. You may be able to find something for under 800. I have a friend that lives in Zagreb. Yep, that's a really nice place too, but I prefer on the water. I prefer the coastal cities. Thought they were getting a great deal. Yeah, so this is like the yacht capital of the world, kind of. Not of the world. No, I'm not geeked. I wish. But it's kind of like the yacht capital a little bit because it's the only platinum rated super marina yacht in the world. Not even in Dubai, not even anywhere else in Europe. This is the only platinum rated super marina yacht. I like Split. I don't blame you. Gorgeous. I thought they were getting a deal to commit above it. What's your occupation? I work in hospitality basically. I'm not getting all into that right now, but I also like have a desire to work like a remote job. I'm working on some IT certifications, so hopefully I can like do that. But right now I'm just working in hospitality and stuff like that. But I also want to start a business in the future. Also want to work in IT, and like I said, I really want to work on a boat and do some work there. But I got to do the yachting and boat certifications. Read slower, bro. Lol, you misread a lot and get confused. I know I'm getting a lot of comments, but I don't see what I missed. Yeah, I don't see what I miss. I mean, I answered your questions. Podriska, the capital? No, I'm not there. I'm in Tiviot. We have an airport here too, so you can land directly in the airport. You don't have to drive. But I do love Podgorica. I have a whole video about it on my channel, so definitely go check it out if you want to see me meeting up with some Montenegrins, locals here. They show me around, they tell me about the history. That's a really good video. It's on my newest videos on here, under the regular videos. But hit the like and subscribe button if you're new here. All hail King Emperor of mankind, Donald Trump. No, I don't hail Trump as a king or an emperor. That's crazy. No, I don't. The only king or emperor I worship is God himself. I'm sorry, I have a lot of comments. I saw you said you left Florida. Actually, I don't see that comment at all. I'm scrolling up. I don't see it at all, but yeah, sorry, I don't see your comment. Rasputin, literally, that's hilarious. That name. Wasn't that the guy in Russia that was like supposed to be like a wizard or like a genius or whatever? 74 views. Wow, hit the like and subscribe button. We're just talking about politics, Donald Trump, and all kinds of stuff. Blue Anon upset they can't flip swing states anymore. I don't even see anyone commenting named Blue Anon. Yes, I heard you. I read your comment out loud, but I don't believe that Trump is the supreme leader or whatever. The only supreme leader is God himself, whatever God you worship, but don't worship another man like Trump or Elon. I mean, they can be great role models for building success in life. They can teach you a lot, but he is the God, King, Emperor of mankind. I don't know what drugs you are on, but that is crazy to say. We're here in the beautiful country of Montenegro. I'm just going to sit outside for a second and talk with you guys, and then I'm going to make myself some lunch. Some Bosnian food. Have no idols. I agree with you, Wayne. All my religious people, drop a C if you're Christian, drop a M if you're Muslim, drop a J if you're Jewish. I don't know if we have any Jewish people in here. No, I understand trolling. I get your trolling, but it still doesn't mean it's still not funny. Like, it's just ridiculous. Hit the like and subscribe button, though. We literally have enough people in here to get me to 3,000 subscribers. So if we can get everyone to hit the like and subscribe button, if you guys have any recommendations for videos you want me to make, I think I'm just going to post a video today of like me talking to the camera right here with this view, and I'm just going to be talking about life updates and just about what's living here in Montenegro is like. Other than that, I want to do like a city tour too, like a whole video of the city tour. But I also want to show you the port, Porto Montenegro. Look it up, guys. It's the only platinum rated super marina yacht in the world. It's really beautiful. Do you have train videos? I don't know what videos you have out. No, most of my videos are exploring around Spain, and I have 2 videos in Montenegro now that are like full-length videos. I'm going to the capital of Montenegro, talking to my Montenegrin friends, and them showing me around and explaining everything. It's real interesting if you really care about it. But train videos? No, I don't have any videos of me going on trains. I could do that, though. So just Trump's name for clicks. No, we're here to talk about Trump. I talk about Trump and I post lots of his comments. How big is your yacht? I don't have a yacht, but I want to work on one. God damn, the trolls are just racking in on here. The trolls are just racking in. Hit the like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Appreciate all you trolls coming out to see me. We got a man named Adolf in the chat. I'm guessing none of you guys are religious because I said drop a C if you're Christian or drop an M if you're Muslim. All right, Adolf, I'm timing you out. Put in timeout, 5 minutes. Bye-bye, Adolf. What country are you in? I'm in Montenegro. I've done some videos in Switzerland. I've done some videos all over Europe. But Montenegro is my home, and it really feels like it. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful country. But if you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. I'm about to put in some Bosnian food. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. If you want somewhere to travel really affordable in Europe, then Montenegro is a great place. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily the best place to start, but it's definitely a great place. Ever swim out there? No, I just got here like a month ago, but it's getting warmer now. I definitely want to go swimming out there. So probably in the next week or 2, I'll go swimming. I got a video idea. Why don't you check out your subs channels? 100%, I'll screenshot that. That's a good idea. Europe, you mean the white continent? I'm guessing you're a brown person. I mean, all Europe isn't white. I actually, unfortunately, no, I'm just kidding. Please don't clip that and post it. But no, all of it's not white. That's a misconception. Eastern Europe, yes, it's very, very white. What about Spain? Spain isn't all white. I lived there for some time. If you're a person of color and you're scared of racism and you want to go somewhere in Europe, then maybe Spain is a great place for you to start. Also, Turkey could be considered somewhat European, but personally, I don't consider it a European country, but some people put it in the category. But yeah, Spain might be a good place to start. Is that new construction going on across from you? Yeah, there's a lot of new buildings, a lot of new shopping malls. The area I live in is growing very quickly, so I think it's a good opportunity to start a business or something like that. That's a new apartment complex building. Hopefully, it doesn't get taller than that one. I don't want it to block my view. Trump and Elon are cleaning the dirty house. I agree. Spain's a good place to start for how? Well, Spain is a good place to start in Europe, especially, if you're scared of racism, like some of my people commenting are. A lot of people of color are scared of European racism. I mean, I don't really care about racism. As a white man, I've even experienced racism, but not in Europe. Wait till the boats start turning up. There's actually a lot of boats and yachts in the marina. What the heck, is that a cruise ship out there? Hi, how are you? Good morning. Boston, Massachusetts here. Yeah, I need to go out to Boston, Massachusetts. Also, I might have a friend that might let me go on his sailboat. If I do that, I'll definitely go live on there, and I'll also record a video with it. Shout out Boston, Massachusetts, though. I never been there. I really want to go. But yeah, just give me a minute or two, guys, and I'm going to continue showing you the views, and we're going to have the conversation. Been to Oregon? No, really, really want to come to Oregon, too. Next time I visit the USA, I kind of want to go on a whole tour. I mean, I've been to Texas, but I want to go there again. I live in Florida. Of course, I'm going to start off in Florida, but I really want to go to a lot of places. Not the dinghies with 24 doctors on there. Hi, Candy. Where are you now? I'm in Montenegro. It's an Eastern European country. I'll show you the view. I'll show you the outside in a second if you're interested. But we almost got 100 people in here. Hit the like and subscribe button if you're new here. Let me know what you think about Elon, what you think about Trump. Definitely let me know where you're coming from. I love to hear where you guys are coming from. But this is Montenegro. I showed you guys like a million times already, but more and more people keep joining. I'm going to sit outside there in a second and talk to you, but I'm just going to start cooking my food, my lunch. Honestly, I don't think Europe is too racist. Trump, Elon are rock stars. I agree, man. I loved Elon Musk before he got in with Trump, and now I love that man even more than ever. So, for me, I love it. What do we got now? Did you leave the country after the elections? No, I left the country after Joe Biden got elected. And I'm white, so I don't know what that means. What most racist part of America? No, I was just talking about how some people of color are scared of Europe because of quote-unquote racism. But honestly, I think America is the most racist country I've ever been to. Not that, No, I'm asking, what do you think is the most racist? I don't know. Florida's pretty racist. Not just the blacks, not just the colored people, but Florida is racist to everybody. Literally everybody. Oh wow, 120 people on the live stream. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Hit the like and subscribe button if you're new here. We're out here in Montenegro. But what do you guys think? What's the most racist part of America? Some people will say places like Kentucky. I know you're from there, but I don't really know because I've never been there. Some people will say the Carolinas or places in the South like that, but I don't know. Florida's pretty racist. I think everyone agrees on that, even white people. Because there's a lot of racism, even the white people in Florida, believe it or not. A lot of colored people might laugh at me. I mean, what's the black part of the U.S.? New York? I'm probably going to offend some people by saying that. I don't know. New York City isn't really racist in my experience, but I do think there is a lot of racists there. I've been to New York City about 15 times, 20 times. Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, 100%. I kind of agree. Those places are probably more racist than Florida. I'm from Missouri. You think Missouri is racist or not really? 130 viewers, guys. We're out here in Montenegro. I'm an American from Florida. And yeah, I do travel content, political talks, a lot of my live streams. And yeah, I'm just trying to get more and more ideas for videos. I want to put out like regular videos, like a couple every other day if I can. Especially I was just monetized, but I lost my monetization for reposting a video of the White House, from the White House. That's a TikTok video. Oh, absolutely, Missouri is racist, especially in the southeast MO. No, Alabama and Mississippi aren't racist. You ask what are the most black parts of America. Oh, okay. He will become more cultural there. See how long you last. No, I'm not too interested in that. Eastern Europe is extremely white, especially Montenegro. I'm Scotland, UK. Not much here. So it's the white guys with switches. Wow, sounds like a bloody nightmare. Almost 200 people in here, wow. Hit the like and subscribe button if you're new here. Let me know what you guys think about Trump and America. Politics. There is no crime here, other than an organized mafia. Hello, Simon. How are you? Shout out Scotland. Let me know where you guys are coming from. Trump rocks. Yep, you got a good point. You got a good point. Why do you hate Elon? Yeah, there's some what is it called? There's some mafia, but they won't mess with you as long as you mess with them. Yeah, I think I messaged you on Facebook, but you never answered back, Julia. I messaged you. Did you get my message? Didn't hate Elon last year. Great point. All these liberals and Democrats were buying Teslas like crazy during Biden's administration. UK, go Trump. We need him. Yup, Trump is going to come fix the United Kingdom after he's done with America. Wait, no diversity? No crime? Wait, what? If only that's how gangs was, lol, America. You get shot for wearing the wrong color. Crazy. It's true. If I was from USA, I'd want him here. Yeah, I messaged you on Facebook, Julie. I wasn't sure if that was you or what, but you didn't message back, so I'm like, who is this person? People hate Elon for being successful. Absolutely. People will hate you for being successful, and it's a shame. They should want to be your friend or get tips from you or want to work with you or be your friend, but there's no reason to hate. You definitely don't get those mountains in Fort Myers. Oh, absolutely not. Fort Myers is a crap hole, no offense to anyone that's lived there or living there. I'm trying to read all the comments I can, but they're getting flooded. Oh, I did read your comments. You hate Elon with a burning passion. That's the last comment I got from you. 231 in the chat. Tariffs are negotiating tools. We got the best negotiator. The art of the deal, you know, the art of the deal. Elon is saving America as a patriot. I agree. Hit the like and subscribe button though if you guys are new. I'm going to keep on saying that because more and more people keep joining and leaving. And we're also really, really close to 3,000 subscribers. If I can even get a third of you guys to subscribe, we're going to reach it today. Art of the deal. Someone gets poorer while you get richer. I mean, someone's always getting poorer and someone's always getting richer. That's just the way life works. People used to look up to America. Maybe with Trump, he can bring it back. Bring you back about pride again. I have pride for America. I'm an American citizen, but if Trump does something really drastic, maybe I'll spend more and more time in America. Like if he gets rid of taxes like he said he's going to. That's the only promise I really care about him keeping. Show myself. I am showing myself. What do you want me to do? Take my glasses off? It's kind of sunny. We got the beautiful ocean here. If you're from Kentucky, I think you would like this kind of community. Everyone knows everyone. Last time I checked, he won the majority popular vote. And he also won by the states. He won the most states. Bro, come up to Kurdistan. Not really sure what that is, but if you want to educate me. Yeah, this town has like a 15K or 20K population. You can kind of see there's not too many buildings. Bye-bye, Falls Far. Talk to you later, man. Yeah, shut it, what she said. But how do you guys feel about the whole tariff situation? I know he's kind of turned them off for the moment. Does everyone speak English? No, it's not the local language, but mostly everyone does. I would say 90% of everyone speaks English. Iraq region, yep. I'll come to Kurdistan, Iraq. I want to go to every country, really, in the world. About time we get a fair trade agreement. 100%, man, I agree. Well, basically, here's how tariffs work in my mind. Anyone can feel free to correct me. But tariffs work like this. We put tariffs on Chinese goods, and then these Chinese goods, when they're sold in America, will cost more money, which makes people buy them way less. And that does Armenia? Yeah, I want to visit Armenia. Shout out Armenia. It's kind of an Eastern European country, if I'm correct, right? Maybe if the American school education system educated me more, I would know more about where these countries are on the map. But after learning about the states, that's pretty much as far as our geography skills goes. And every country knows that we have poor geography. They laugh about it. Toast Levi, I read all your comments. If tariffs didn't work, then why would other countries use them? MAGA, Canadian agrees with you. Well, as a Canadian, I invite you to join America and become the 51st state. Christian country from year 300. I love Christian nations. China charges us 30% and allows 2% of our products. We charge China 2% and allow 30% of their goods in our country. I had to learn myself. Instead of homework, I would find where every country is on the map I memorized just in case it comes in handy with the dumb American topic. Tariffs are a second tax you guys pay. Absolutely. We can pay this tax so we shop more American goods and we stop shopping with these foreign nations. Oh, I thought we were the other way. Screw you, Donald Trump. Canada, 51st. England is 51st, so Canada, 52nd. Nah, I know my English brothers want to become a part of America, but Trump isn't really interested at the moment, unfortunately. You just blamed not knowing where other countries are in the public school system. You know you can do your own research for free. Yeah, I do my own research, but I'm just saying, like, if we had a better education system, we're ranked like 40 or 50 on the top education systems. MAGA. Literally ranked 40 or 50 in the education systems. I'm just saying, if we had better education, all Americans would know about where every single country is on the map. Now, I have an idea where Armenia is, but I don't know exactly on the map where it is. We pay more than every other country for our education system, yet we're ranked number 40 or 50. Why am I wearing glasses? Maybe because it's sunny. Here's what my eyes look like without them. I can barely keep them open. The sun is shining. Well, if China is our main trading partner, why would we want to raise prices just to prove we don't need them? So we can get fair trade. That's why Trump got rid of the federal education system, leaving it up to the states. I agree, YM. You look very beautiful, by the way. Hit the like and subscribe button, YM. Drop your Facebook if you want. You guys want my Facebook? You can all follow me there. Armenia is where Noah's Ark landed. Wow, I didn't know that. Very interesting stuff. Looks beautiful. Where are you? Montenegro. Tivat. Doesn't know where other countries are, but is teaching us about tariffs. Well, I'm sure there's some countries you don't know where are. Do you even know how many countries there are? That's about to start a war. That's fine for you. Don't think so. I don't think it's going to start a war. They need the money. They don't want a war. Wow, funny. Education is run by state legislation. Well, you're proving the point there. 198, you're correct, Wayne Lawn. 168, no, sorry. So many haters here. Absolutely. It's expected. Sorry, I'm stuttering. Everyone's so triggered over Trump and his tariffs. Yeah, I'm rage baiting. I want to swing in the dark and say 196. No, I already said the answer. 198. But some countries like Kosovo are not recognized by everyone. So some countries aren't recognized. Amazing how everyone thinks how smart they are. Who is the leader of the Democratic Party? China? I didn't sell you Fent, but that is hilarious. You sold me Fent. I might have sold your son Fent, Hunter Biden, since your name's Joe Biden. I'm an American citizen, though, so can I talk about the politics and the situation? In 1994, U.S. and Russia signed a treaty to protect Ukraine. Did you know that? Yeah, I know that. Trump 2024. Yeah, stopping waste and fraud is absolutely horrible. It's a funny one, too. Never been in a plane where the passengers want to see the plane crash. So true, man. Everyone wants to see their own country crash. It's almost like they hate Trump so much, they just wish he would fuck it up. We're done protecting for free. Absolutely. Hit the like and subscribe button if you guys are new here, though. Great content there, sitting, reading comments, and contributing nothing. Well, we're having a conversation, but I didn't realize the hate was so real. We're having a constructive, intellectual conversation. You brave to be flying in 2025. I'm glad he stopped funding these gross colleges, too. Yeah, I agree with that. I just got 2 messages. Bro, I have a terrible. I'm not. They have Trump derangement syndrome. I love Trump. You can ask all these haters in the comments why they have Trump derangement syndrome, though. Have you seen the videos of the firefighters talking about being in the World Trade Center for the plane crash, then a bomb went off in the lobby? Apparently, they heard 3 explosions. Yeah, I heard about that before, but I talked to a construction engineer, construction designer, and he said that what is it called? Jet fuel can definitely melt steel beams. That's what he said. That was the main thing. America is full of crybabies. Anything past Gen X, absolutely. People shouldn't be scared to travel. Moms for Trump. Here, guys, I'll give you a rare look at my Facebook. You can all follow me there, even if you're a hater. But I was mainly looking for my friend KM, I think her name was. She could add me on Facebook. So yeah, that's my Facebook, guys. I barely use it, so don't ask why I have 7 friends, but I'm giving it out to YouTube. YM, yeah, YM. Please, YM, please follow me on Facebook if you have it, or if anyone else wants to follow me on Facebook, you're welcome to do it. Free Brian Colmer, they framing him. Not sure who that is. Alright, Christian, I'm tired of you spamming the comment with the same thing. I'm going to put you in timeout for 5 minutes. Your comments are just boring. They're not even funny. You must be like 12 years old or something, so enjoy not commenting on here while I timed you out. If you spam my comments, you can say rude or stupid things, but if you spam my comments with like retarded comments over and over again, I'm going to time you out. Watch videos in Idaho College for students murdered. Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard about that one white kid that got stabbed by that other guy at the track field. He was a football player and a track star. Beware when traveling. Say you're a Canadian. Nobody likes Benedict Arnolds. Well, I'm not Canadian, luckily, and I already know that too. But shout out all the Canadians watching. Should we play some Trump news for you guys just to piss you off a little bit? Some of you liberals. Catch you later, Lynn. Hope you liked and subscribed. You seem like a real cool person. Love, reasonable people that like to talk with me and don't just spread hate and dumb comments. Constitutional Andy, what are you talking about? Self-defense. He stabbed a kid in the heart for no reason. Random scroll, joining from Australia. Shout out Australia. What part? I got friends in Australia. Play it. The other guy, why you mention white but not murdered black. But not murderer black. I don't know. I don't want to get called a racist, but the murderer was black, yeah. Stop sending money to Ukraine. Hey, we got rushed from Canadians, though. You seem cool. Hey, appreciate you, blue spaces. By cool, I mean logical. Yeah, I'm a pretty logical guy. But people like Constitutional Andy, you can keep track of his comments. He's really not too logical.
I'm with the party of logic. Yeah, he going to prison for 99 years. I agree. I'm Rockton Hampton, Central Queensland. Shout out there. 1350 rule. Not sure what that is, honestly. Have you ever been to Maine? We have the disgusting Janet Mills here. Nope, haven't been to Maine, but I heard that the politicians are shit there. But I really want to visit Maine and Boston. At a track meet, and he died in his identical twin's arms. Yeah. Calling Trump and Musk bad people is proof to me that you're far from being logical, kiddo. Well, Lazar of Serbia. First off, shout out Serbia. Second off, that was just in the thumbnail of the video. I actually love Trump and I love Musk. I think they're great people. That was just in the thumbnail of the title. So let's get something clear here. I love Trump and I love Elon Musk. You just gotta ask me. I'm very logical. I love those people. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not joking. I genuinely love Elon and Trump. I've been a big Elon supporter way before. I've been investing in Tesla since 2017. You ain't racist. It is what it is. Thank you. Reporting the race is not racist. I agree, but I got a lot of psycho YouTube people in here like Constitutional Andy that'll jump on me and call me racist in 2 seconds. We have to switch German Shepherd dogs to cats here in the USA. I like German Shepherds. It's cool, man. Evil exists in every group of people. Kid was in the wrong. How much are they paying you, the Democrats or YouTube? I'm not a Democrat, so I wouldn't know. You guys are ridiculous. Stand your ground doesn't apply to minors sneaking in knives to schools. MAGAs are the furthest thing from logical. I want to see Bangalore. Bangor, isn't that in India? Bro, I thought you were going to be an idiot from the title, but you seem relatively reasonable. Yeah, the title is clickbait. Rage bait and clickbait. That's how I get the viewers in here. Maine is amazing, minus the politics. Yep, I really want to go to Maine, guys. Really want to check it out. You think they should pardon Derek Chauvin, right? No. I mean, I don't really know how I feel about it, but how do I think they should pardon it? No, I guess the legal system is the legal system. I don't really have much to say about that. But no, I don't think they should pardon him. Why did you put it in the thumbnail then? For clickbait, for rage bait. I love them too. Elon Musk is from my country and we hate him down here. Well, actually, I know a lot of South Africans that love Elon. You're in a cult. I think you're in a cult. You have the Trump derangement syndrome. You guys are putting Nazi symbols on Jewish business owners' Teslas. So I think you're in a cult that believes in Nazism secretly and claims that Elon's a Nazi. Because if you're putting Nazi symbols on everything, then who's the real Nazi? Didn't the Nazis put Nazi symbols on everything? Think about it. Then why would you have a stupid thumbnail such as you do for publicity or money? Well, you just answered the question. We love Elon. You're a cool dude. You lost lefties, bro. We love Trump and Musk. Hell yeah, we do. But you need a haircut. Yeah, I know. South Africa is a mess. Maybe y'all should have kept Elon. I agree there. Have you watched the movie? No, I haven't seen that movie. I just think the world is Babylon now. Good morning. You're voting left. Me too. My mom is lesbian, and before Trump came in, she absolutely adored Elon Musk and promoted every single thing he did and watched all of his launches. Boy, how things have changed now. It's wild. Yeah, Trump and Elon have nothing against lesbians, honestly. In fact, they'll probably actually say that Trump will probably say that he actually loves lesbians, just knowing the man. Damn, space, host mic drop. Get a grip. Nor kid is going down Texas, don't play. Preach, please, we are a huge mess. Have you watched the movie? No, I haven't seen it. El Chapo needs a pardon. You have Trump derangement syndrome. I'm sure they're talking about the person in the comment. Hi, it's not like he threw up the Hail Hitler sign or anything. Okay, let's turn on this subject. Let's see. Let's look up Obama and Hillary with the Hail Hitler. Because they both threw it up. They both threw it up. What do you think about that, huh? And Tim Walz. Keep giving it to the haters. It's not clickbait though. Just because you are presenting a question, I guess it might be triggered by those that are weak-minded. Good point. I did put a question mark. I didn't. And many cults are just groups of people. Elon Musk is a supra genius. Facts, not sure if sarcasm. Trump derangement syndrome is people that support him. No, because I don't support everything he does. I can still criticize Trump. I believe in Jesus, but I do need a haircut. Is this one of those American trans dudes? No, I'm not trans. Honestly, believe Trump and Elon deserve to be honored as American heroes, risking everything they've worked for to try to save America. Good point. Literally, Elon has lost 35% to 40% of his valuation. Oh, I love this image. I love this image. Look at this. Tim Walz and Kamala Harris. Hillary, Obama. What did the liberals think about this? Well, where did the Nazi symbol originate? It means balance in India traditionally. Too bad a guy ruined such a beautiful symbol that was used for thousands of years. Yeah, true that, true that. It's still common in India. What is wrong? What is so wrong, Democrats? If you don't like who we voted for, sorry. Anyone who is the richest in the world has nothing to gain by helping us. Come on, think about it. South Africa is ridiculous. And I like my South African people, but they even admit the corruption. We finally have a real man for president. No more losers. Africa should look like China by now. I don't know. They even had a gay weddings at Mar-a-Lago. Good point. He launches rockets into space, dummy. I don't hear much good things coming from South Africa. Send criminals to El Salvador. Hit the like and subscribe button. If you guys are new here. Elon on the lower image. So much corruption there. Yeah, sad for my South Africans. Wasn't Somalia one of those places that were literally like open during COVID? No, that was Tanzania or something. Hold on, guys. I gotta put down the phone for a second. The oven is done. The oven is done. I'm back. Yes, Tanzania. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm very poor in my pronunciation. Creepy, weird, and perverts. Who? South Africa has some really nice spots. I believe it. I believe it. Guys, if you want to add my Facebook, there I am. I see Wayne Lawn added me. Hey, appreciate you. Tanzania. Tanzania? Tanzania. Yeah, my English is shit, admittedly. Does you have a wife? No. Not yet. I am an intelligent person and I don't need any help, but thank you. Used to watch Live Africa broadcasts. Yes, I'm a single man's. South Africa seems nice. Yeah, I want to visit Cape Town. You got to visit Somalia. What about Somalia pirates? Damn Nazis always throwing up their Nazi salutes. Always throwing up their Nazi salutes. Damn, I'm losing my mind. They're all with Hitler. Well, maybe I will show you the Bosnian food, but honestly, it's just bread and it's meat. But where's the packaging? Where's the packaging? I'll show you the packaging for it. This is the traditional Bosnian food. This is what I made. I'm proud of you, buddy. Way to stand up for Trump and Elon. 100%. I'll never back down. I don't care if there's a billion more hate comments. Holy crap, look at the psycho Dems. Show the footage of those people doing that. I wish I had it. Maybe there's a video of it on YouTube I can show, but look. Hail Hitler, Obama. Hail Hitler. Hillary. Hail Hitler, Kamala. Hail Hitler, Nancy. But no, this one of Elon triggered everybody, but all these other ones are okay. All these other ones are okay. Honey buns? No, they're not honey buns. Do they preach right-wing nationalism in Germany? There's a reason you won't play a video of anyone else's fake salute. I mean, they're not fake. Look, how is this fake? Are any of these images photoshopped? None of them are photoshopped, other than this one, which is actual images of Tim Walsh with the Hail Hitler, Obama, Hillary. Fake images, fake images. Well, let's see if I can look up a YouTube video about it to really trigger you guys. I mean, how is it nothing like Elon's? They're all doing this. So how is it nothing like Elon's? Elon says, my heart goes out to you. And then he went like that. Yes, I like Trump. Yeah, I've seen those Hitler edits on Twitter, Wayne. Well, if I'm what's wrong with America, then I guess the majority of America is the problem, and maybe you should leave because the majority of Americans are like me. There's a reason Trump won. They have no opinions for themselves. That's exactly the same thing. You cannot have one way. I agree. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'm 24 and hate your guts. You can hate me all you want, but hate never helps anyone. And I don't hate you. I don't hate you because you voted for Biden. I don't hate you because you voted for Kamala. Hate is a disease. Hate will do nothing but your heart but hurt you and mentally frustrate you. I would never hate another American, no matter what their political beliefs are. Alex Jones, 2028! The hate that the liberals have for the Trump supporters is a mental illness. I would never hate someone because of their political beliefs, because of their sexuality, because of their skin color, because of their religion, or anything. Everyone is a person. Can you buy that in the US? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could buy it. If you want to see it again, it's just called burek. Probably pronouncing it wrong. It probably needs a Bosnian accent, but you can probably buy it in the US. You guys can leave the US. You all have a mental illness. If I truly believed that a Nazi dictator or an oligarch was ruling the US, I would leave immediately. I mean, I left under Biden, but you guys can't leave under Trump and you want to cry your eyes about it? Trump publicly denounced Epstein, by the way, and even before he was president, he said he didn't like Epstein anymore. He's a horrible person. Show me the waste and fraud they stopped. Well, you can go to Doge.com and see that for yourself. It's all there publicly on the Doge website. Yes, I've been in a fight. I've been in plenty of fights. Every day of my life is a fight. But if you're talking about physical fights, plenty of those too. How's flight costs? Coming down? Kind of want to take a vacation. Haven't really noticed many prices on flights changing. It's been the same for the last 2 or 3 years. But this is a beautiful place if you want a vacation. Yes, I hate pedos. Pedophiles. Hate is a result of emotional immaturity. Absolutely agree. You're triggered the black female population with your presence, probably. Wouldn't be surprised. Where are you visiting? I'm not visiting anywhere right now. I live in Montenegro. It's a beautiful country, but I'm a United States citizen. That's my little porch set up right there. Because I love Montenegro and I love European people. What do you do for money? Work? It's probably the same thing that you do, hopefully. No, I think hate is immaturity. Switzerland? No, I love Switzerland. Hospitality work. Oh, what do I pay for rent there? That's a great question. This is only $500 a month. So it's a great affordable country. Even working at a grocery store or something like that, you can afford to get a basic great place for yourself to live. Property management, very cool. Not spreading any misinformation. Hey Sam, how you doing, bro? Skynet is coming. Kind of forget about that. Who pays the tariffs? Everyone. Need a roommate? I mean, if you want to come here, sure, you can visit me or you can stay here for a little bit. I'm a nice guy like that. JD Vance 2028, 100% man. Hit the like and subscribe button. Isn't Bill Gates on the, Bill Clinton? Wasn't he on the Epstein list? God bless President Trump. Thank you, Elon Musk, for everything you do for saving these astronauts, and Biden stranded them. Why are Democrats afraid to post their pic? They're all ugly and disgusting people. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking with you guys. There's plenty of great Democrat people. I was just a joke, buddy. Calm down. There's plenty of Democrats in my family. I love everybody. How could you hate someone because of their political beliefs? That's just ridiculous. You don't have much emotional maturity. We all look like this in real life. Look at Peter's photo. That's hilarious. Doesn't everyone have a Republican or a Democrat in their family, even if you're personally a Republican or a Democrat? Or what? I'm so confused how they can show this much hatred. I don't listen to the hate comments. I really don't care. But I will show you some videos to piss some of these people off. I'm not feeling ashamed to defend American. Bill Maher is a great Democrat. Who is this guy? I kind of think I remember seeing Bill Maher. If he's the guy I'm thinking of, I would have to disagree. But I think he's a Trump supporter, isn't he? Okay, no, he is a good guy. He is a good guy. Sometimes I forget the name of him. The Dems left their MAGA families, lol. He was a Democrat, exactly. Elon Musk, RFK Jr., Donald Trump, these were all former Democrat people. I saw a lot of Social Security fraud from dead people. All the receipts of Doge are on the website. You want to have a beer? Sure, why not? I would have a beer with any of you guys, even Constitutional Andy, but I don't think he would have a beer with me. He seems like he'd probably just like scream at me or try to attack me. But I would have a sit-down conversation with any of you guys, even if we don't agree. I think you're on the right track, but you need to trace all these businesses back to who owns them. My keyboard is broken, put up receipts. I don't need to put up the receipts. You want me to show you the website you can go to? You can educate yourself on your own free time. But sure, I'll show you the official Department of Government Efficiency website. It's right here. Everything is right here. Doge.gov. Like, look how many there are. I'm not going to sit here and read through every single one of these. I want to show you guys a video. I don't hate anybody.
Colorado Congressman Jeff Hurd co-sponsored the House legislation. He joined us now.
Name the website you...
Upset, I guess.
I told you the website. Doge.gov. I hate the lobbyists, but not really. I don't hate them. I just dislike them. I don't hate anybody.
The president's action.
But quick video for you guys.
No, not at all, John. I support the president with respect to the key goals.
I mean, you can literally say that about anything. I kind of find that ridiculous to say, oh, he says this, he shows proof, but that's not proving anything. Eggs are down, I agree. You can show proof, they'll say, no, that's not showing proof for anything. That's not showing proof for anything. You can literally say that about anything. You can say, oxygen isn't real, gravity isn't real. What proof? Show proof. That isn't proof. That's not real proof. You can just say that endlessly. So that's really just, I don't know. I don't think that's a good way to go at things. If you're not going to believe anyone, then who can you believe? Do you love Joe Rogan, or what are you going to believe? Yes, I love Joe Rogan. Nothing is real. Good point. We live in the Matrix. Look up WEF, bro. Carl Schwab says you'll eat bugs, own nothing, and be happy. No, I'll take from him before that happens, if you know what I mean. I don't believe everything Trump says, and I don't agree with everything Trump says. I've said this multiple times. But hit the like and subscribe button if you guys are new here. I'm going to play a quick video about tariffs and fair trade with China for you guys.
Articulated on the campaign trail, onshoring critical manufacturing, growing American jobs, ensuring fair trade, expanding sales of U.S. goods abroad. I just think we need to make sure we do it in the right way. And Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution is clear on this. Congress has primary authority with respect to tariffs.
Well, Congress doesn't seem to be able to agree on much of anything. It's a pretty divided House and Senate these days. How do you expect Congress to be able to set tariff levels, for instance?
Well, I think when it comes to making sure that we support the critical manufacturing and uncoupling our economy from China, for example, you would have very broad support for those goals. And fundamentally, this is something, like I say, it doesn't my view is we need to look at the Constitution. I'm a constitutional conservative, and we need to make sure that those strategic priorities, the strategic deployment of tariffs are in the national interest and also reflect the views of the people that we represent, including those in Congress. And this is a position, John, that I'd be taking regardless of who is occupying the White House. And I think it's something that's important to me, both as a constitutional issue and as a representative for several 100,000 people in Western and Southern Colorado.
Kevin O'Leary, who's pretty well known to a lot of people, says that China has been ripping off Americans for years.
Who agrees? I do.
Speak on behalf of millions of American entrepreneurs who've been ripped off, their IP's been gone. You can look at thousands of complaints. And the one that makes me crazy is they come to the U.S. to tap our markets, our financial markets, our exchanges, raise billions of dollars, and they're not even GAP compliant. I can't do that. Why can a Chinese company do that? And I'm competing with their dollars.
So obviously there's a lot of frustration, and the president is trying to address that, he says, through his tariff program. But why hasn't it been addressed before now?
Well, that's a great question, and it's an important priority that we need to make sure that we uncouple ourselves from the Chinese economy. And look, this is what I would say, John. My support.
Do Democrats agree with that? Do you guys agree? Do you guys agree that China is screwing us over? Yes or no? That's all I want to hear. If you're a Democrat, comment down below. Say, I'm a Democrat. I agree that China is screwing us. China isn't mogging the Trump administration. They're mogging the entire country of the United States. But guys, we're 1 subscriber away from 3,000. So please hit the like and subscribe button. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. I agree, but China have the cards. Why do you think they have the cards? We have the money. Don't you believe in America being the biggest and strongest country? If you're with Trump, hit the like and subscribe button. Okay, thank you guys. We just hit 3,000 subscribers. Much appreciated. I'm not begging. I just said we're 1 subscriber away. But I can tell you're a hateful Democrat, so keep hating on me, keep hating on Trump supporters, and go insane all day as much as you like. But thank you for your sub. Dems gave them the card. Yes, I'm special. Needs. Just kidding.
Support for the Trade Review Act, the legislation
Everyone's
we're talking
special.
about, is restoring the proper balance of power. It's about restoring that proper balance. It doesn't tie the president hands. It just ensures that when tariffs are imposed, there's transparency and accountability and congressional support to back them up. That's particularly true when it comes to the Chinese.
I want to put up a graphic of the trading partners, our biggest trading partners, and the imbalances that we see. Total trade with Mexico, almost $840 billion, but we have a deficit with that country of $171 billion. Canada gives us a deficit of $63 billion, China $295 billion, and then deficits with Germany and Japan as well. It does seem like the U.S. is at a disadvantage with all of those huge trading partners.
Stop.
Do you think you'll be able to get enough Republicans to go along with your idea that that there will be some kind of a bill coming out of the House, or maybe the Senate version gets modified in order to sort of regulate the president's powers?
Well, John, what I would say, I haven't been in Congress very long, but one of the things I've learned is politics changes very quickly. And I think we'll have to look and see how this develops in the coming weeks and months. And I would just go back to what I said before. I support President Trump's efforts to uncouple our economy from some of our strategic adversaries like China, like Russia, and others. Tariffs can be a helpful tool in that toolbox for negotiations, but they can have major impacts on farmers, small businesses, and families in districts just like mine and across the country. And that's why I think those decisions should be made with Congress having a say and some input.
Colorado Congressman Jeff Hurd. Congressman, thanks for coming.
Vance is a man.
Happy to join you, John.
Harlan O'Brien told me.
Vance is a man. He's not in the middle of transitioning. Hit the like and subscribe button. Put tariffs on penguins. Do what we gotta do. Wuhan virus. Wuhan scared you guys. You all wore masks while I didn't. And while I visited Las Vegas, you were staying in your house hiding. Musk is a hero. Vance rules. Melania came legally. I almost said illegally, but she came legally. Hey, everyone goes through phases. Vance had a hard life. We're going to deport the Hamas activist. I love Trump and I love Elon. That's my stance.
Protests are raging right now in
Raging.
New York City after a judge ruled yesterday that pro-Hamas activist Mahmoud Khalil could be deported by the Trump administration.
Hottest first lady.
The student was labeled a national security risk after he led anti-Israel riots on Columbia's campus last
I
year.
visit the U.S. all the time. I want to travel the world and see other places. Nothing wrong with that. I'm still a U.S. citizen. I never gave back my citizenship. I never anything. Once I'm done eating, I might live stream more and show you guys around town. Let's rage bait you a little bit. What do you guys think about this? Shout out New York. Shout out Israel.
He's decided to stay in jail and fight this case.
I'm never going to support my president wearing eyeliner. I agree, but doesn't Spain have their own issues, the King of Spain?
Constitutional right to speak out in this country.
But Secretary of State Marco Rubio disagrees.
If you are in this country to promote Hamas, to promote terrorist organizations, to participate in vandalism, to participate in acts of rebellion and riots on campus, we never would have let you in if we had known that. And now that we know it, you're going to leave. He's going to leave, and so are others, and we're going to keep doing it.
Fox News correspondent CB Cotton is live in Times Square with the latest on the protest. You know, CB, take us through, what are you seeing right now on the ground? Take us through what you've seen today.
Hey, Lisa, well, this iconic part of the city has seen a slew of anti-Israel protests since the start of the war in Gaza. But now we can expect Mahmoud Khalil to become a focal point of these demonstrations. You can see here people carrying signs with his face, calling for his release. And as we've been talking about, this all comes after that immigration
all these people with no jobs.
The government can move forward with its efforts to deport the green card holder. Yesterday, that judge affirming a memo by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, where he said that Khalil's beliefs threaten national security. Now, Khalil's attorneys pushed back on that in court and said their client is being targeted for constitutionally protected free speech. But the immigration judge said Rubio's memo alone made the Columbia graduate deportable. After that ruling, Khalil's attorneys slammed the judge and the entire court proceeding. Listen to this.
It was the epitome of a lack of due process in a court proceeding in this country.
He's not a citizen.
The immigration judge had made it.
They don't need due process. He's not a citizen.
What she was going to do.
On the other hand, the Trump administration is calling this ruling a win. And former federal prosecutor Andrew Cherkasky said the ruling proves one thing.
It exposes one of the biggest lies in the Biden administration, that Joe Biden repeatedly said that because Congress didn't pass laws, he was left helpless to protect the borders. No, it always has been and always will be the executive's function to protect the borders.
Protect the border.
Immigration.
So Khalil's legal team now has until April 23rd to file applications.
Protect the border. Deport them all. Hit the like and subscribe button. Deport.
You've been with the crowd, it seems like, for a few minutes. You're walking with them now. Can you explain to us, give us a feel for what
Mexico supports Israel too, it sounds like in the comments.
how many are there?
He promised not to drown them again. Also promised to burn us instead next time.
They are very, very upset after the judge's ruling yesterday. Many people out here saying that they feel what is taking place in Gaza is a genocide.
Finally, Toast Levi says, I'm a dim and hate China. I think the tariffs were too damn fast. We need faster and higher tariffs.
Free speech. We
Deport them all. Party's over.
Some waving Trump flags and saying that this is the United States and that our national security interests have to be put first. I will say that the crowd of anti-Israel protesters far outweighs the counter demonstrations out here.
Hey, CB, it's Alicia. I know there's this one court battle that we've been talking about, but he also has a separate legal battle in New Jersey. Can you tell us about that?
So yeah, that separate case in federal court in New Jersey is with Khalil's legal team asking a judge to rule on their claim that Khalil's First Amendment rights were violated with his arrest and detention. Those attorneys are also asking to secure his release so the Columbia graduate can be with his wife, who
He doesn't have rights.
this month. So a lot more to watch for in that federal court case in New Jersey.
FDEI. It ain't for us. We was tricked. I agree.
So in addition to protests that we're seeing here in this city, there have also been
Only if they knew they wouldn't be able to do this clown shit in Palestine.
we saw a group of Columbia graduates arrive on campus and rip up
All these Palestine protesters, they should go over, fight, and help Palestine if they believe it so much. Stop being a coward and hiding. If not, get the hell out of the country. You don't have the same rights as a U.S. citizen does.
There's a lot of outrage. Several students.
He lied on his original visa. He is being paid in his contrary. This is the only country that allows this type of idiocracy.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio several times about this case. The administration's stance is that having a student visa or having a green card is a privilege.
It's a privilege.
Interesting. And CB, what's the timeline on the New Jersey case?
So yesterday, the judge in New Jersey said that he wanted to get a briefing from both the U.S. government
It's
and
a privilege.
about the immigration case. So the next steps for what happens with the New Jersey case.
End all war. I'm against war. But we can't have these people protesting that aren't even U.S. citizens and doing violent acts.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Palestine lost.
All right, and while the
I don't believe
administration got a win
in
the
countless
ruling
murder,
deal,
but it's
the
true.
fight to eradicate campus and anti-Semitism is far from over. Now the White
Newest
House wants
slave
federal oversight
class.
of Columbia
Hit the like and
University to make
subscribe
sure
button.
The university complies with the president's anti-Semitism.
I'm all for that. I love America,
This
but we need to
comes as
move
the
smart.
administration has already started cracking down on campus agitators.
Violent protests like the ones they've done against Elon Musk are illegal. You can't cause violence to people like that.
As ICE has reportedly revoked visas from international
That's domestic
students
terrorism.
in at least 29 states so far. So Joey, I want to look at the Khalil case for just a second. His attorneys are saying that this is a free speech issue. If you look at the Trump administration, and on the right, they're saying it's an immigration issue and a national security issue. So which one is it?
Both.
And that's why it's interesting, and that's why it's tied up in court in a couple of different places. He has permanent legal status, so he has that granted to him because of the paperwork he filed after he got married to an American citizen. And so why that's important is the Trump administration is challenging in court now really how binding permanent legal status is.
The world thought we was just talking about Mexicans. We meant all the illegal immigrants.
Something that, as long as you don't get yourself in trouble and we don't dislike you, you can.
Should I put examples of people attacking Tesla next? Hell yeah.
Tied to Hamas, which is now labeled a terrorist organization, or if they had something to show that he directly violated the law in the protest efforts, then I think it would be more cut and dry. But really what it's turned in, the reason why it's turned into such an immigration issue is the Trump administration is attempting at this
Like
point
and
to force the
subscribe.
courts to
Like
say,
and
what
subscribe.
does permanent legal status actually grant you, and how much authority does the federal government keep on deporting you?
Elise, I mean, you look at some of these student visas that have been revoked, or even in the Khalil case, the government argues that he failed to disclose some of his past work. For instance, failed to disclose that he worked at the Syrian office at the British Embassy in Beirut, and then also failed to disclose.
The
working
federal
for the
courts
UN,
disagree with his
historic
legal
agency for
status.
Palestine refugees. So, I mean, doesn't this also come down to vetting? And should we be doing a better job vetting some of these people before?
He is making
they're issued
statements and
student visas
causing
or green cards?
unrest
And I
against
think
their
that
basic
the
laws.
administration's
It's
wanting all
illegal.
of this, and it is
He has
it's
created
showing
this
effect.
problem.
I'm sure that there are students across the
Hit
country
the like and
campuses
subscribe
who are
button
actually starting to think back
if
about
you're new to the channel.
what they put on their applications, what they did reveal, what they didn't, and if they're wondering if that's going to float to the surface. But that's the point. And this administration wants us to look a little harder at how we allow people in and the ways in which we do it. And this is just one of the ways in which that.
Sam, I just got your message on Facebook, but yes, I do think the school system should be reformed. All political stuff aside, I believe the American education system should be reformed a long time ago. Still no evidence, still no evidence. You can say that about anything. Still no evidence of gravity, still no evidence of oxygen being real, still no evidence. That's how goofy you sound. That is exactly how goofy you sound. He gone. Yeah, he's gone.
Actually using that tool.
Yeah.
Well, and should we be able to dictate who we let into our country and then who we deport, especially if they're not a United States citizen?
100%. And, speaking of Khalil, a dear friend of mine, Harley Lipman, he's on the university's board, and he agrees with President Trump's actions on this in deporting him. And he's also Jewish, so that's something that I should note. But I'll tell you, though, the government has been failing. I'm talking previous administrations, the whole people.
All my Trump supporters, hit the like and subscribe button, or just hit the like and subscribe button if you love America.
We've seen those videos time and time again. They deaf to America, they burn American flags, but you're here as a guest. Other countries don't tolerate that, not one bit. If they find out that you're speaking against their government, many countries will either put you in jail or deport you. The country, the United
No
States
evidence of the
America is
Lord, but
greatest
he's real too.
civilization ever
Damn
known
right.
today.
Hit the like and subscribe
And
button.
with that consideration in mind, it is a privilege and an honor to be in this country and participate in the benefits of being here. So yes, people should be deported. Those who don't respect our laws or respect our values.
And can I just add, go for it. There are thousands of students who come here on these student visas, and they do it for the right reason. And when you have people who
Citizens get dual process, not invaders. You're right.
All of those other students who are doing right by the education system here. Well, absolutely. Those people that are doing it the right way get to stay.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-host Harris Faulkner and
What do you guys want to see next? Tesla protests? There hasn't been a Tesla protest in like 2 weeks. You guys need to try harder. I love the USA and I love Trump. Hit the like and subscribe button if you're new.
Do you want money taken from your grandma? Do you want to not support battered women? Stand up and say it, fascist. Stand up and say it. I'm standing up and saying what I...
Can we just agree this guy actually has mental illness? Can we all agree on that? Hit the like and subscribe button.
believe. You stand up and say what you believe, and not platitudes, and not idolatry. Let's hear ideas. You have no ideas. All you have is hate, racism, stupidity, and greed.
Do you think the dealership should, the vandalism that's going on there is okay?
No.
I'll take the fifth on that one.
Would you say, like, please stop vandalizing the Tesla cars?
Please stop vandalizing our government. He's got charging stations everywhere. He is quietly taking over the country.
With the charging stations?
Yes.
What car should people buy that's an electric vehicle other than Tesla?
That I don't have an answer to. I haven't done a lot of research into alternatives.
What a moron. There's a million different
We were here in Tampa
Teslas.
today at a Tesla takeover.
Not
event. People
Tampa.
are big mad
Not
about
Tampa. No, I can't believe. Not in my state of Florida. No, bro. I refuse to believe that. not Tampa. This can't be a protest in Tampa. Let me turn this back.
Research into alternatives.
This guy is so stupid, he can't even think of another electric car other than Tesla.
Because people are big mad about
Yes, Tesla is tanking. Buy Tesla.
today. Let's go see what everybody's whining about. Cybertruck right there.
Oh, damn, this is Florida.
About the people who have been keying.
All the Tesla owners in Florida, carry your gun with you.
I don't think they should.
Trust me when I say that. Keeping your gun at home will do you no good. I know from personal experiences, guys.
The dealerships is one thing. Somebody's personal car should be off limits. That's just not right.
You think the dealership should, the vandalism... that's
Especially
going
in
on
Florida and especially in the U.S.
I'll take the fifth on that one.
So not someone's personal cars, but maybe the dealership, that's up for...
Well, I don't think there should be destruction.
Okay.
I don't. I think it should be...
Finally, someone that's an actual peaceful protester. Yes, I'm pro-Trump.
And do you think people who purchased a Tesla car in the past, and then now we realize how just crazy Elon Musk is, should they be selling that?
I don't think they can.
You don't think they can?
Who's going to buy them?
Well, that would be my next question.
Listen, I know people don't like electric cars, but Wayne, if you're a Trump supporter and you're an Elon Musk supporter with Doge, please leave the redneck jokes behind. I know we love us rednecks. We love the gas guzzling big trucks. But can we at least just support the electric thing, or can we at least just pretend we support it just so we can push Donald Trump and Elon Musk to the top? Because these men are dealing with enough hate already. I know everyone doesn't like electric vehicles, but can we at least show a little bit of love and compassion for Trump and Elon? Especially Wayne, you're a Trump supporter. So if you're a Trump supporter, try not to hate on Elon. He's already receiving a lot of hate. We got 212 people in here. Hit the like and subscribe button. We just hit over 3,000 subscribers. Hopefully by the end of the summer, we can get 5,000 to 6,000 subscribers, and we can get the monetization going and start making some money. These two men are trying to destroy our planet. You're wrong on that, the Indian chef. America gave you what you have now. He was taught that in school growing up in South Africa. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm getting too many comments. Florida is where democracy goes to die. No, Florida is one of the most free states in America. I know I'm getting a bunch of trolling comments and hates, but I know that a lot of Democrats are hateful people. They love hating on people. They love trolling them. They don't like having civil, respectful conversations. What's your opinion on Afghanis? Good people. I don't see anything wrong with them. But I don't really know too many Afghanis, to be fair. Hey, shout out Florida, all my Floridians. Florida is pretty great, especially Southwest Florida. Naples is pretty great, but I think Fort Myers is still a shithole, like I said before. Sorry to say, it's overpriced and it's a shithole. But I love Florida in general. Tampa, South Florida, Miami, North Florida. Love Trump and Musk. I love Florida. I used to live in Clearwater Beach. Love Clearwater. Love Orlando. Love Marco Island. Are you okay with the Nazi salutes? That's a really good question that you brought that up. I actually have an image pulled up here from earlier that I can show you. Where is it? Where is it? Actually, no, I think I need to pull it up again. But I can pull it up rather quickly. No, I'm not a big fan of the Nazi salutes. I think what these people did is horrible. Like, why would Obama do that, man? Come on, you're a black man and you support Nazism? What a shame. Tim Walz, I thought you wanted to put tampons in men's bathrooms. Did you want to put the Nazi symbol on those tampons? So, nah, I don't really support what they did, man. That ain't right. That ain't right. Listen, how can a black man be a Nazi? Is Obama the original Kanye? Is Obama the original Kanye? Because I know Kanye has the Nazi chain and he's putting on a Ku Klux Klan robe now, but maybe he got it inspired from Obama. Did he get it inspired from Obama? Walls is a tampon. There's a lot of people coming to vacation for Florida. Yeah, it's always been like that. Man, not Nancy too. I didn't know Nancy Pelosi was a Nazi. Damn. Man, I used to look up to her. She was one of the best stock market investors in history. Wait, that ain't even Nancy. That's that one chick. I forget her name. I'm so lost when it comes to these Democratic political leaders, I don't even know. The only one I know is Nazi Harris, Nazi Clinton, and Nazi Obama. That's the only ones that I'm familiar with. I didn't deny that Elon did it, but what Elon said is, my heart goes out to America. Montenegro, yeah, shout out Montenegro. Monica, he was throwing out his heart, kid. His heart goes out to America. He did do the double, well, maybe he did a single chest tap. Well, all I know is that I do not support Nazi Obama, Nazi Clinton, or Nazi Harris. But you want to know the biggest Nazi that I don't support? I don't support Nazi Tim Walz. I never liked his ideas of putting tampons in the men's bathroom. And if he's going to put it with the Nazi symbol, then I don't think I agree. We got Nazi Barack Obama, the first black Nazi. I thought Kanye was the first black Nazi. But hit the like and subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. Much appreciated. Well, yeah, I mean, Elon made it clear. He publicly renounced Nazism, and he's also friends with the Prime Minister of Israel. I'm the one being intellectually dishonest, but you guys calling a man that hangs out with Netanyahu on his free time a Nazi, but I'm the one being dishonest. I'm the one being dishonest. Adolf Musk. No, I think it's the first black president was secretly a Nazi. Nazi Obama. Man, Kanye really got inspired. I thought he was an originator. I thought that Kanye was an originator of the first black Nazi, but I guess I was wrong. Obama must have been the first black Nazi. But I thought the Nazis hated black people, so I'm just confused a little bit. But back to the Tesla protesters in Tampa, Florida. Let's watch these people. They seem a little bit smarter than the average Tesla protesters, to be fair.
A Nazi salute.
A Nazi salute?
That's the worst thing. As far as I'm concerned, that started. Yeah, no.
That's the worst thing he's done? The same thing that Barack Nazi Obama did? And Hillary Nazi Clinton did? That's the worst thing he did? Huh.
People were anti-Semitic or, leaning towards the Nazi side. They actually defended Elon Musk and said that that was not a Nazi salute. What do you think about that?
They're full of shit.
Michigan's kind of dog shit. I wouldn't want to live there.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Hi, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Thank you for being out here today. What do you think about Elon Musk?
And Floridians, glad you're in Michigan. Damn right. Shout out my Floridians.
Was trained by communists to create all this. It's the conservatives, the so-called conservatives, are kissing a communist. You know, they don't realize that Putin was trained to make an idiot out of Trump. That's a big problem.
What's the worst thing Elon Musk has done?
Come to this country and stirred up all this bullshit. He's not from this. He's not an American. He doesn't understand our Constitution.
Do you think people
This guy is
who live in this
mentally
country
insane.
don't acclimate and understand our Constitution should be out?
No, but I don't think they should be immediately.
He's wearing a Los Angeles t-shirt. That tells you everything he needs to know.
I welcome everybody to this country. We need them. We need people. I'm an old man. Who's going to help me do all this stuff?
Says the guy playing fake communist news network.
Do you have children?
Nope.
Of course you don't have children.
SOL then, huh?
Of course you don't have children.
Difficulty as a kid.
You're mentally
Something I wanted
deranged.
kids. It was a conscious decision. Then when I got old enough to have kids, it was too late.
Because no woman wanted you.
Can I get your shirt on camera? Absolutely. That is hilarious.
Who would have his kids? Good question. My friend Sam put a good question in the comments.
Yes, born and raised.
I have a great life, Donald, but thank you. And I have a great place to live and a great views and a great everything.
What's the worst thing?
But hit the like and subscribe button.
This is not the time or place to even enumerate it. It's very upsetting. We're here to raise awareness.
Are you concerned at all?
He's like my brother. No woman would want to have his kids. Yeah, anyone can ask me a question. Thank you for subscribing, man.
Dealerships and the energy side and the car manufacturing side. Are you worried at all there might be negative effects to their employment if Tesla were to go down?
Hey, another subscriber. Thank you, Brown King. 51st state coming.
Most CEOs don't do it because, in my mind, it shows a lot of disregard for the employees, for the people who.
Why does it matter if I'm Jewish? Why do you keep asking? Religiously, am I a Jew? The answer is no. I'm a Christian.
Absolutely.
Do you think that maybe the calls to shut down Tesla dealerships and Tesla as a business, we should maybe scale that back because the employees...
You can't even spell inbred, so I guess you must be inbred.
Concerned, as I say, that the head of Tesla has been so political. No one asked him to do this, and no sensible company or well-run company does the head of a company just involved in...
Maybe I'm Jewish, maybe I'm not, guys. Why does it matter?
For Tesla shareholders, for Tesla employees, for Tesla owners, it is a reckless action by Elon Musk, and that should be concerning. We should be concerned as Americans by what he is doing politically.
Are you an American?
I'm a green card holder. I'm a Canadian.
Yes, I have a big nose. Is that what you're talking about?
And I have family who are American. We should be concerned. In fact, everyone should be concerned. Everyone around the world should care, as citizens of the world, the actions being taken by this government. But if you care about Tesla, you have to care about the actions of Elon Musk too, because it is deeply...
Because Trump is saving America and he's bringing back the trade to the United States.
The vandalism at the Tesla dealership?
Jews for Elon.
Well, of course I'm
Jews for Trump.
Why are you even asking me? Why the hell would I know anything about
because the right wing...
That has nothing to do with that. That's fine.
I wasn't saying you, Waylon.
Why the hell? We all condemn vandalism, but why are you even asking me?
It's not an insult, but I'm just
Why are
saying.
you so upset over me just making sure?
To do with that.
I'm just out here proving that you guys are peaceful and you're not like the right wing says.
This is not a useful conversation when you ask those questions, but thank you though. I appreciate it.
Canada, the 51st state.
Elon Musk fights against human trafficking.
Yeah.
He does. He's with Homeland Security, bro.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
A real Tampa American right there. That's a real Florida boy. He said Elon Musk fights against human trafficking.
You're not working for Tesla, right? Like you're not actual, like the store's not actually closing. Would you be happy to see the store close?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you agree with that? Would you be happy to see it close?
I really just want Musk out of the government.
Yeah, that's my main thing.
Okay, so you would be happy to see the store close. Do you have any concern for the 120,000 employees?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if the store closed, they would be out of a job. Would you?
I mean, if they just let Elon go, that'll get me a lot closer to being okay with Tesla again. Okay. But as long as he stays at the top of their board, like I can't...
Thank you, man. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'm all the way for Trump. I'm all the way for America. I'm all the way for Elon.
That I'm not okay with, because I'm not okay with the things he's doing.
Okay. And do you think that a store closing and people losing their jobs would just kind of have to be what it does? Like, that's just kind of how it has to be?
Go that way, but that's one way it can go, if that's what it comes to. And that would be unfortunate to lose a car company, but, I mean...
You're wrong. Even CNN said Trump's polls are skyrocketing. There's a legal process to enter the country.
People are losing their jobs right now thanks to Elon Musk. So, it's a complicated equation. It's not simple on either side of this. Like, and if you're trying to paint it as one thing, where just 120,000 people lose jobs or they don't, that's oversimplifying it.
Okay. Well, if like he went out of business, like say he like, you guys got what you wanted, he went out of business, he wasn't profiting from this anymore, Tesla got shut down. I just wonder, what would we do with 120,000 employees?
What I want. I mean, what I really want is for him not to be involved with Tesla.
He's touching your senator's dirty laundry money. That's your real problem, but you don't even realize it.
And Tesla can make that happen.
Why do you think they won't kick him off?
That's a great fucking question. I have no answers. I don't know why.
The libtards are mad.
It's not working out for them well.
25 years to enter legally is not good. Good point. It doesn't take 25 years. It takes about 5 to 7 years to enter legally. Unfortunately, the legal immigration system is extremely messed up. I think as a Republican or a conservative man, a lot of people can agree with that. But it doesn't mean you should break the law of a country and enter illegally.
Do you have an alternative that you could recommend to people to buy instead of a Tesla?
I love a Prius.
Doesn't mean you should break the law of a country, regardless if it's more difficult to come in. There's places you can go. And there's other options to come in. Took my wife less than a year. That's a spousal visa, or that's a wife visa, whatever you want to call it. That's a faster, quicker process.
Trust the Tesla company. They've lied on so many stats. Like, you have to really look at what people are getting in the field versus what they're claiming that they're charging speed times and stuff like that, their range and stuff.
Right. What's the worst thing Elon Musk has done?
Can't think of one.
Not divest himself from his corporate interests while also meddling in our government.
So the only person that has recognized me so far is actually another content creator, Adam. There's a bunch of MAGA people over there.
Yes, putting millions of illegals undocumented have unfortunately hurt the process of legal immigrants trying to enter.
Jenna out here, undercover. I feel like an absolute good.
No, I don't believe Trump should run for a third term. Good question, but I don't agree with Trump on that one. I think J.D. Vance should become president. But he has a little bit of a weird history. It might be hard for him because of that reason.
Somebody filming was from getting information against us, so I was like...
Oh no, I don't know who that is. Is it the guy in the MAGA hat right there?
I don't know, we're trying not to engage.
So what are you out here doing today?
No kings.
No kings.
No Trump.
What are you talking about? Cancel the Second Amendment.
Save our democracy.
If you want to talk about constitutional rights and amendments for a second, I think those were taken away a long time ago. The Second Amendment doesn't say about anything about fully automatic weapons and foregrips and stuff like that. Foregrips and fully automatic weaponry is still illegal unless you have special license for that. The Second Amendment says nothing about that, so technically those weapons should be legal. And also, the First Amendment, there has been limiting free speech, unfortunately.
Elon's in Wisconsin right now trying to buy votes. They're trying to make illegal his lottery to give 2 people $1 million. So if they come and register to vote against the democracy.
God bless Trump and Elon.
For the Supreme Court in Wisconsin.
Did you see any evidence of...
No, I want to keep the Second Amendment and the First Amendment. But I'm just telling you the facts. They've been damaged. The Second Amendment doesn't apply for certain guns. The ATF doesn't give a shit about that. They'll kick down your door over a piece of plastic, a foregrip that can be added to an AR-15. It's...
He's adjudicated guilty of sexual assault. The judge said that was tantamount to
mental illness.
Of rape. He is credibly alleged of having raped a 14-year-old.
Do I speak Croatian or any other language in the region? No, but I'm trying to learn. But I have lots of Croatian friends, and yeah, Croatians are great people, and they make great friends.
I was talking about our alleged president, our fascist, Nazified, idiot, moronic.
See, if I believed that, I would leave the country right away if I thought my president was a Nazi or a dictator. But this guy stays there and complains and whines because he has a mental illness. Hit the like and subscribe button, though, if you guys are new to the channel.
People depend on 71 million people. Is this what you want? Do you want money taken from your grandma? Do you want to not support battered women and and abuse children.
Dude hasn't washed his hair, cut his hair. He can't cut his beard. He can't look presentable.
I'm standing up and saying what I believe.
He's not helping himself mentally. He's not taking care of himself. That might be a part of the contribution to his mental illness.
No ideas. All you have is hate, racism, stupidity, and greed.
Well, I know money is a big issue, but I'm saying if I believed that America was a Nazi or a dictatorship, then I would think I have to escape at all costs, whatever it takes, right? It's just common sense if you really believe that. Just like my ancestors fled from a country at all costs, they would do the
No
same.
violence unless we're pushed. I mean, they want us to do violence so they can declare martial law. So that's why I'm against the violence.
Yes, Trump's son should run, but he's about, which one? The youngest one, Barron Trump? I think he would make a great president. But he's about 15 years, 16 years too young to be president. But yes.
Americans, he's not elected, and he has no business doing what he's doing. We don't want the billionaires taking over our country.
Are you trying to? Oh, let me get you on Facebook. Hold on.
Let me get you on Facebook where I got 2 friends at.
Did you feel that way? They pit American against American so that they can pick our pockets.
Did you feel that way when Kamala Harris actually got more donations from more billionaires than Trump did?
I felt like I had a buffer, at least, with the Democrats, and now we have no buffer. Okay, so at least we were fooled with Kamala in there, that we're going to be on a slow bleed, and now we're on...
I already said I'm not on board for Trump having a 3rd term. I personally believe it's unconstitutional, but maybe I would have to look at the history of other presidents and how many things they did. No, I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a millionaire yet. I'm none of that. I'm just a regular Joe, just like a lot of you guys.
8%. They did not give me a retirement account because they said you have a government retirement.
Evidently. Okay. Look how serious they are.
Yeah, that's why I didn't make money. Wow.
All these people have...
Here for anyway, you know, it's like...
Yes, Barron has spoken one time on camera. You can look it up. I've heard his voice one time.
I would high security. That's not, I don't blame them. I've had companies in the past with things...
My name is Graham.
Yeah, or perhaps just a little girl who films...
My name is Graham.
...gets attacked at these types of events. So, would you publicly denounce, or let me know if you think there's any validity to...
Ignorance is bliss. I'm not ignorant. I'm open to hearing lots of liberals, Democrats, people of all different races, religions, whatever. I love to talk to you guys, but thank you, Sam. Much appreciated, brother.
Yeah. Would you be willing to tell, like, the people who are doing that to the camera, like, if they're watching, stop vandalizing Teslas?
No, because there's no reason for it. Nobody's been... Do you see any vandalism?
No, not here. But it's been happening across the country, and people are having their Teslas...
You're in Florida. There ain't gonna be no vandalism.
I wouldn't doubt if it's a red flag situation going on with the Tesla dealers.
Stronger border, getting rid of the IRS, lower taxes, getting rid of unneeded government workers, all that stuff made me go for Trump.
Please don't vandalize any Teslas.
Hi, this is what.
Please don't take over. More important.
But would you say, like, please stop vandalizing...
Yes, I'm positive I'm voting in my own best interest.
Please stop vandalizing.
Are you?
Government.
Please stop buying them. Also, please stop buying them.
Stop buying the Tesla cars.
Yeah, just like people don't buy Bud Light. Also, people should not buy Tesla cars.
And should people be selling their Teslas?
That's up to the individual. A lot of people bought them before they knew what kind of fascist Elon was.
Yeah.
You know, before he took over our government. So people that bought Teslas in the past, I feel sorry for them. They've lost all that value.
I don't care if you lost money on your Tesla or you gained money on your Tesla. If you bought a Tesla, you're supporting an American patriot, a hero.
They won't do it. Well, probably because they're not...
Musk came legally, fool. Deport all the illegals.
That's all I'm going to say, right? What do you think about the people who were...
I just named a bunch of things specifically. Stronger border, lower taxes, less government. I can name a million more things. Let the Trump supporters in here tell you why they voted for him.
Absolutely. So, if Tesla were to go under because you don't want to fund fascists, are you concerned for the 100...
The new Model Y is beautiful.
Tesla, probably less than the government workers that were fired. Way less. But, so we can definitely talk about that, but are you concerned...
My friend Angelo almost got a new Tesla, but he just bought the Subaru WTR, I think, or WTX, something like that. Very nice car.
So why are you concerned for the federal employees that lost...
Well, yeah, you're right. He told me everything I wanted to hear, and he's made the border stronger. That's what I wanted. He's done everything I've wanted, pretty much, except abolishing the IRS. But hit the like and subscribe button if you're new here. Trump for Vice President 2028.
Why are you okay with private citizens losing their jobs?
Musk was a hero, though, when he supported Ukraine. Good point, good point.
That's okay. People have a right to protest companies they don't like they did Target, like they did Walmart, like they did Amazon.
Close the border.
Oh, I think it's different because you don't want
The second he doesn't agree with their gender politics, they need to abolish central banking. I agree, but that'll never happen, unfortunately. Trump is crazy, but he's not that crazy. Can Trump be vice president? Good question. I think he can.
people love their product.
Well, apparently their stock is tanked, and Elon is running scared and crying on TV.
WRX. Good. Thank you. He got the new 2020 WRX Subaru. Amazing car. Hey, thank you for subscribing.
Your sign says, have you no empathy? What has he done that would point to and be like...
The liberals is getting angry. I love when they get angry. I'm living off this rage bait. The whole title, the whole thumbnail, everything about this is rage bait. I think they treated the president of Ukraine like he needed to be treated like 2 years ago. WRX 1,000% better than Tesla. I disagree. The new Model Y, that thing looks crazy. Should I show you guys real quick? Let's show you guys the new Model Y. That thing looks really crazy. And I just like to go on the Tesla website. I don't know if the WRX is made in the US. That's a good question, though. I'm not really a troll. I'm really sincere about everything I say, but I do rage bait. That's fair. Can you explain why the war in Ukraine started or who started it? Not really here to do all that, to be honest with you. Really, really complicated subject, and most of you wouldn't agree with what I have to say anyway. But yeah, let's show you some of the vehicles. The new Model Y, that thing is crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, wait, hold on. Look at that, guys. Look at that thing. The silver one specifically, that silver one looks so good. Like, I know you guys might not like electric vehicles, but damn, does that look good. That thing looks straight from the future. That thing looks straight from the future. I mean, I like the WRX. That thing is sick as hell, but this thing is crazy. Yeah, you can't educate these people. Buy USA made. This is USA made. How does it look like it has Down syndrome? This thing is from the future. Order now. Order now. Only thing I wish they came out with is the performance edition, but it's still pretty fast. A little bit fast, a little bit slower than the base model. Model 3, 4.6 seconds, but hey, that's faster than your Toyota or your Honda Civic. I think he came out with, yeah, not stealth gray, diamond black. Diamond black. That's the newest Tesla color. Diamond black. It's a sparkly black color. Elon just came out with this. It's so sick. Like little patches of silver in the black paint. I would definitely go with the diamond black one, or I would go with the silver one, which looks amazing. I don't really like, I mean, I used to like the red one. Oh, the red doesn't look too bad, but ultra red. Diamond black, guys. $1,500 for the extra paint, but diamond black. Whew. Trump 2024. Trump 2025. Hit the like and subscribe button if you're new here. Much appreciated. It looks like a 90s car with modern headlights. I don't know what you mean by a modern 90s car, but the diamond black, I would love to see this one in person. BYD and Toyota way better. Red is more expensive on insurance. Yeah, red cars get pulled over more. And in more car crashes statistically for some weird reason. Let's see about the wheels. I'm going to spec this exactly how I would get it. Probably not red. I'm going to get the Helix wheels. You got to get the Helix wheels. You can't just get the regular Crossflow wheels. BYD is such a small company compared to Tesla, it's not even funny. Like, BYD is not even worth 1/100th of what Tesla is worth. Looking at the stock market. Lexus sucks. You have soft hands? No, my hands are really hard and rough, to be honest. You probably don't want to get near these hands, quite frankly. Honestly, the Crossflow wheels, they give you more gas mileage, but who gives a hell? Just get the silver wheels. Now in the interior, you need the white interior. You just can't get the regular interior. You gotta get the white interior. BYD is a commie car. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, shop all American made. I mean, look at that. That is badass. Like, look at that. Yeah, you're right. This is a great advert. Elon better hire me to do some adverts for him, because damn, I can hype this shit up like crazy. Tariff BYD. I grew up in Flint, Michigan, so you grew up drinking poisonous water. Nice. BYD is a commie car, and I don't believe 800 per mile. I'm not here to support BYD. Elon owns 12% of Tesla. Good point. He's going to buy more Tesla shares soon. He used to own roughly about 25% of Tesla, but he sold a lot of them to diversify his investment. But historically, Elon has always bought Tesla shares when the price is low enough. It kind of looks like a Dodge Dart. It looks like a Dodge Dart if that thing was built right. The new Y is crazy looking. Look at that. This is the new Y. Crazy looking. I mean, it's a little bit disappointing in the 0 to 60 in the top speed. Maybe wait for the performance edition or something. Because for some reason, they only have one model available right now. Long wheel range, all-wheel drive. And the range kind of isn't the best. And the top speed's only 125 miles per hour. You think about 400 shares? Buy 400 shares of Tesla. The tow package, though. The tow package is only $1,000 extra bucks. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla tried to fire Elon, but they're going to go in the shitter. Everyone would sell their Tesla stock if Elon isn't a part of it. I'm not from Europe, moron. I'm from the United States of America, from Florida. So before you assume things, you can ask me. And Europe has great quality water, by the way. This isn't the 15th century. They have better water than the United States, actually. They don't put fluoride and bullshit in their water. So keep dreaming. You've never probably been to Europe. Talk to you later, Sam. Message me. Talk to you, bro. Peace. Yeah, Quicksilver, guys. Quicksilver. Diamond Black, man. Diamond Black. Honestly, I'm trying to decide which one would I go for. Diamond Black or Silver? It's really hard to say, honestly. Wait, which one's cheaper? I guess the Diamond Black is cheaper, so maybe the Diamond Black, because that's the newest Tesla color. Let's see about the Model 3. I know they came out with a new Model 3. Hit the like and subscribe button, though, if you guys are new here. The tariffs hit Elon hard. He was against Trump's heavy tariffs on China. I will say that they did hit Elon hard. It's the most American-made car. Black Diamond, 100%. It's the most American-made car, but there are some parts from China. And Elon wants free trade, but he doesn't understand how badly the U.S. is getting screwed over. That's a reason that Trump is president and Elon is not. Because Elon just wanted to protect his Tesla stock price, while Trump actually wanted to protect America himself. Yeah, the Model Y is definitely really sick. But, what else? What else? Yeah, the Model Y is definitely sick. But for the big boy upgrades, the Cybertruck, man, the Cybertruck. It's really freaking expensive, though, I can't lie. What about the Model X? Is that expensive, too? I'm pretty sure it's crazy expensive. Wow, there are a bunch of haters here. Yeah, man, I don't really care. I'm used to it at this point. I just appreciate them tuning in to watch me. But hit the like and subscribe button. Oof, yeah, the Model X, that thing is $1,100 a month. That's an apartment price for renting an apartment, literally. $1,200 a month. But the Plaid Model X, damn, you're going fast on them. You're the only SUV. You're going to beat a Lambo truck. 2.5 seconds. A Lambo pulls up right next to you. You're flying off on that thing like Batman. They don't even have the new colors for the Model X. They have a lunar silver. They have completely different colors, but I think I would go for the lunar silver. What pile of bodies? What are you talking about? Well, if you think the Cybertruck is so ugly, I guess you're going to have to spend the rest of your life looking at them. Because when I go to Florida, that's all I see on the road. Yeah, both the Model X and the Cybertruck and the Model S, they're like $1,000 a month. But the Model Y, that thing is sick. It's a good price. You get the federal tax credit. It's really good. But also the Cybercab is about to come out in 2026. Cybertruck pretty badass, but Dodge gets the job done. Pretty fair, pretty fair. Wife won't let me get a Cybertruck. Hate to say it, but you might have to drop your wife for a Cybertruck. You can always get a new wife, but can you always get a Cybertruck in 2025? I mean, the new Ford trucks are ugly too, but they're everywhere. EV Republicans, hell yeah. Replying to someone else. Ew, Democrats. I'm just reading the comments. All right, back to the Tesla video.
What kind of consequences would you like to see Elon Musk or Tesla as a company have?
I am not a Democrat and I'm not a soy boy.
I would like them to have rock bottom profits.
Rock bottom profits. I think they already have that.
Because he's got charging stations everywhere. He is quietly taking over the country.
With the charging stations?
Yes. And I would like to see his business really hurt. I would like him to be as upset as all these people that lost their jobs.
Talking about people who lost their jobs, well, I don't know you, so I mean, I would like to be your friend, but I don't know who you are. So we aren't on that level of.
Hey, it's okay, man. It's okay. But don't go out there attacking Democrats and calling them names either. Even though we align politically, me and you are the same, just don't go calling people names. The best thing you can do is criticize them with education. Educate them on the topics. I know most Democrats would never change their opinions about Trump or vote right, but believe it or not, I have some friends that voted for Joe Biden and I got them to vote for Trump. Actually, I didn't get them to vote for Trump. I told them years and years and years. And when the election came, they called me up and they said, man, you were always right about Biden. You were always right about him. I'm actually going to vote Trump this year. I said, really? They said, yeah, I'm voting Trump. I was like, what? But it happens. Sometimes radical leftists change.
You know what? don't want.
Listen, I don't even think you can explain why the war in Ukraine
They're
started.
not going to be cut off with a bad recommendation.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you.
Is it kind of like
Hope you hit the like and subscribe button.
what would have to happen?
No, it's not. It's when Trump sent out the emails, he also sent out.
Yeah, but what happens when a hydrogen vehicle explodes? Then that causes a lot of toxicity to the environment.
And that was
You never heard of the hydrogen bomb?
Let this be a symbol blow.
Thank you for
Yes, the war started over NATO. We agree.
It's a little warm. Welcome to the protest.
Well, what are we fighting for?
Yeah, so they want Elon Musk to go.
All right, I'm here. We're going. I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
What's the worst thing Elon has done?
War in Ukraine is over materials. Yeah, I know batteries explode, but have you ever heard of the hydrogen bomb? It's literally a bomb on wheels.
Sucks as a father. Never that for his kids.
Huh? Oh, are you a scam?
Yes, she is. No, I don't know what that means. That seems derogatory.
Okay.
Wearing a shirt. What? There was someone else here filming. I don't know if that's what they mean. It was another woman. She was like MAGA crazy lady, you know.
Listen, most people don't buy their Teslas because they care about the environment. That was only Democrats that were doing that.
Where are we sending him to?
We just buy it because it's a fast, fun car.
Here. I mean, I think he's, I'd like to deport him to prison, you know. That would be very nice, you know.
What crimes has he committed?
Well, I think he has illegally, unemployed, if you'd like to use the word, thousands of federal workers. And that's just a start. I think he has illegally seized private information of you and you and you and you and me. And I think that that's illegal. So.
How has he done that?
Well, he has.
Damn, you guys are arguing about Russia and Ukraine. Who cares? There's a war right now going on.
You know, that his very young, very inexperienced crews should be given access.
I don't even know what TDS is.
That's all I have to say.
Okay.
How do you protest when you get your voice out? Why wouldn't I give it to someone else?
Who are you?
I'm just a guy testing that.
Are you work here? Oh.
I'm a car driver.
America needs to leave NATO. I agree.
Your opinion about this stuff? Okay. All right. Yeah. Come here with me.
You call fix or just a regular fix? No, my tire is out of balance.
His tire's out of
You
balance.
just came to have your car serviced because the tire messed up.
Man's just trying to get his Tesla
What's your first
serviced.
initial reaction?
I was supposed to just drop the car off and go home, and I told my wife, absolutely not. I was born for this. I just love out here antagonizing them, and they're just so.
You sound like me.
Yeah. It's so great.
We're paying for other countries to be protected. We don't need to do that.
Talk to me.
Yeah, so I'm trying to ask them like specifics, right? Like what I actually want to engage with them, and like I'll talk to them. Someone would just shout at you, and no conversation. This guy.
Average Democrat just shouting at you, no conversation.
Specifics. What is it? He's saying they're going to cut his Social Security. I was like, have they cut your Social Security? Because I'll be out here with you. Like, I have family on Social Security. No, they haven't cut my Social Security. They're going to cut my Social Security. Okay, when did they say they're going to cut? Because I heard the opposite. I heard that they're not. Matter of fact, last night, Elon just did a thing. We're not cutting your Social Security. So where are you hearing that? They're not cutting your Social Security.
Elon never said he's going to cut your Social Security, morons. Sorry to name call, but you just got to have no brain cells to believe something that he never said. You can't find one clip of him saying it.
And he said, yeah, there's waste and fraud. I was like, do you agree that there's people 120 years old plus on the Social Security records? He's like, I'm sure there's some of them. I was like, so do you think that they should be cut? Yeah, well, they shouldn't just go with a hammer, and they should, go to Congress. And I'm like, well, if the government, the president is the executive of the United States, he has to make decisions, right? So if the president detects or the executive detects fraud in an organization, whether it's the government or business, how soon should he cut that fraud? Should he let it go on for a day, a month, a week?
That's good.
How long should that go on? And the guy agrees, like, immediately. I was like, well, that's exactly what they're doing.
Retard alert, retard alert. We got a retard here, Ryan Boyer.
Instead of actually getting down to what these guys are saying.
That's good. Yeah, I like that. That's good. So how long should we allow fraud to happen? Do you think that if this was the other side of the aisle, if Kamala had somebody in there finding all this fraud, do you think they would be out here protesting anybody to do with her? Would they be championing saving money from the taxpayers?
You wouldn't hear any.
Ukraine owes us money, damn right.
they're uncovering stuff that I didn't even think that they thought they would uncover. As in,
Cry all you want. Your grandma's Social Security won't be cut. You're very uneducated. You're probably 12 years old.
And the nonprofits are paying their executives these ridiculous salaries, which then fund campaigns, right? And it's basically the taxpayers' dollars from what it looks like.
No one's Social Security has been cut yet. And you just said Elon cut a bunch of departments that are paying Social Security or some bullcrap like that. Yet nothing has changed. Proven wrong. I don't need any more proof.
I 100% agree with you. I just had this conversation with my wife and my dad, and I said, I tell you what, if by the midterms, a couple months before the midterms, if the Republicans don't come down on like, hey, this is what we've uncovered, and these are the people responsible, and start bringing in some indictments, then us Trump supporters, this MAGA crew, is going to start getting pissed. Yeah. Because we're like, okay, all the fraud, yes, we agree. We love what you're doing. We're out here. We're supporting you.
For real, Monica, for real.
Everything that he's doing is exactly what we voted for. Yes, yeah. We just need to make sure that the people are held accountable, Adam Schiff's and everybody else.
Diamond black Tesla. Everyone needs to go get one.
I think we're going to sweep the midterms.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you trying to engage with them. They won't engage with me.
Well, they found out
they don't like me. They don't like me. Because of your guys' support, I always come out here prepared with security. It was needed today.
Damn, that's a big ass dude.
And you can go to patreon.com/CapeOfBennett if you would like to continue supporting me and my work and keeping me safe.
I'll go out there, but I'm gonna go out there with my own security, no paid security.
Really proud of her. Do you think the store will be closing after your guys' efforts today?
I'm not talking to you.
He's not talking to you.
Didn't do anything. Okay, we were gonna let.
Hell yeah, I support Trump. More than that, I support Elon Musk and I support RFK Jr. I like those guys even more than I like Trump. I said it a million times and I'll say it again. I voted for all this. Stocks Family Farm. Hell yeah. Yeah, she better. The minute she starts handing out cases to these Tesla protesters, Tesla stock and Tesla sales will probably spike. Some people are just not buying Teslas because they're scared of all these protesters. I voted for all this too. Get the cheapest possible vodka. No, I like quality things. I like everything with good quality. Baltic versus Atlantic vodka. Baltic vodka for the win. Baltic vodka. Nah, Grey Goose is shit. No offense. Grey Goose is shit. Try real Baltic vodka. It doesn't have to be the expensive stuff, but Grey Goose is Atlantic vodka. It's very just shit. The way it's made is not very good. Baltic vodka is made in the old school methods of vodka making. That's real Russian and Eastern European vodka. Belvedere or Kettle One, they're all right, but those are also Atlantic vodkas. Try Baltic vodkas, I'm telling you guys. Baltic vodka. Next time you're in the store, look for any kind of Baltic vodkas or any kind of Russian-made vodkas. They're a million times better than Kettle One or Grey Goose. Orange Man is 80 years old. Well, Biden was 90 years old and he was falling asleep on the job. Aren't you at least a little bit happier that your president isn't falling asleep on the job anymore? It doesn't matter about age. He's not falling asleep on the job like Biden. Ciroc vodka, no Diddy. And I think Ciroc is filled with a bunch of chemicals and bullcrap and flavoring. I probably wouldn't like it, but I never tried it. Trump is sharp and Biden was sleepy. You just made it about age, double back. No, I've been of drinking age for quite some time. And also in Europe, you only have to be 18, so... He can play golf and he can do his politics as long as he's not sleeping on the job. I really don't care. Trump is a vampire. The rooster in the background. Hit the like and subscribe button, guys. Pampers should sponsor Ryan. Sends tweets at 1 a.m., plays golf. I'm not in Florida. I said I'm from Florida. I'm in Montenegro. Ryan, you sound like a kid who gets his news from TikToks. It's been 2 weeks since any big Tesla protest. You guys aren't trying hard enough. You fell off the bandwagon. I've worked more than 70 hours in a week, especially on my own business and my own money. I've worked pretty much every single day, 24 hours a day, multiple days before, with no sleep. To answer your question, Ryan, so I think we're a little bit different. You've been working for the man. I've been working for the man too, but I've also worked more than 70 hours in a week. I've been up for 3 or 4 or even 5 days straight with no sleep before, just working, trying to get as much money as possible. So I think me and you are built a little bit differently. No, I mean the entire day, not like a boring little 8-hour shift that you be working at your jobs. I mean like all day, all night. Ryan just wants attention. He works 79 hours a day and still can't afford his rent. Yeah, he works 79 hours a week, and he still can't afford to move out of his mama's basement. Sad to see. My goal is not to work for other people. So that's what I mean when I say work. I've worked more than 79 hours a week. I've had a full-time job working there as much as possible, but when I get off that job, I was also working my own business and pulling in as much money as I can. Monica, are you from Croatia? Whenever I have an opportunity to make money, I don't care if I have to work all day, all night. That's how I've always been. Whenever the money opportunity comes, I just keep doing it. Trump will fix housing prices. I hope so. That way, Ryan or Kyle, whatever, Ryan can move out of his mom's basement. Yeah, Ryan can move out of his mom's basement if Trump fixes house. No, he won't. Yeah, you're right. Ryan won't move out of his mom's basement. Hey, Kyle, I didn't mean to say you. I was talking about Ryan. My bad.
We're back here with Ian, who represents our upcoming generation. We're back here at Tesla. We've been deluged with MAGA and with Proud Boys. Speaking from your world, what does that mean?
Where the hell do you buy a house for $32K at? That's my only question.
That's what they know. It's going to take a lot to break them out of that. I don't really know what it's going to take. I think they got to do it themselves.
What? I look at their signs all the time. What exactly is the message?
That's a good question. I think the message is that they're really...
God damn, West Virginia, excuse my language, but damn, West Virginia has the affordable prices. You can't even get a one-bedroom apartment in Florida for $32K. Nowhere. Not even pre-COVID.
Yeah, they probably know that. That's probably the only thing they know politically.
What brings you out again this week?
Yeah, I'm out this week for the same reason I'm out. I try to be out every week. Our government is better without unelected bureaucrats running things. So that's why I'm here against Elon. Not here against Tesla, not here against the government, here against Elon.
You are our hope for the future, Ian. Thanks. Kind of protesters here, one neatly standing behind you, who, before I leave, I just want to share with him that Biden is not our president. What does it say to you that there's such a strong boy back today?
It says that I think we're doing our jobs and that we're...
Sangria is just very unhappy about his life.
And it's unfortunate, but they have the right to be here. As much as I hate to say it, they do have the right to be here.
I agree. Everybody has a first.
This is what democracy looks like, honestly.
I agree that everybody has a right to be here. We're just trying to set the narrative straight as to what we're doing here. This is a peaceful protest. We are not engaging with any of the people.
Absolutely. And I made a mistake today, which I will own, but, he was being civil. When I think of engaging, I think of, when people are antagonizing. And I didn't think about it just like that. People can take sound clips out of context. And so lesson learned, and for other people who might be seeing this and don't know, don't engage. They're being kind because they can take what you say and just use a sound clip, and I wasn't thinking about that.
All good. Thank you for being here today. Linda, we're here again for week 406, it feels like, at the Tesla rally. Today you're mad as hell and not going to take it anymore. That's a great start. What brings you out to...
Can't do labor pushing knobs. Great point.
It's the same thing as it's been, and that's to save our democracy. And I see 3 young men here.
And the rest are senior citizens with nothing else to do.
But when they grow up and they find out
That all the rich people, old people took all the money.
they might not feel what I'm fighting for. I grew up knowing never to forget all my family that died in concentration camps. And I get up every morning and I'm scared, very scared, not knowing what today is going to bring. And that's why I'm here, fighting for democracy, fighting for young children. Because this world is not in a good place. And that's why I'm here.
Huh.
House conservatives are ready to oppose the Senate GOP framework for Trump's tax cut package. Senator James Langford, Republican from Oklahoma, joins me now. Mr. Senator, it seems like the Republican Party can't rein in the conservatives in the House, and that is threatening tax cuts.
Yeah, the challenge that we have is just a misunderstanding between the House and the Senate, how the rules actually work on establishing the budget process. This is a process document. This is not the final document. This is not the actual tax piece. This is not the actual reduction. This is the process to get it started. That's been the challenging. If I can compare it, this is like where to lean the ladder against the wall to get to the leaky roof. The problem is the leaky roof, not where to lean the ladder. So we're ready to get past this phase. The House has passed something, the Senate's passed something, and it's now going back to the House on it. Let's just pass this process piece so we can actually get to actually flooding our tax status, dealing with all the issues we got to deal with, border and security, all those things that have got to be done with. That's the next step, and we got to get there.
Got it. A new report says Trump told several Republican senators that he is open to higher taxes on the 1%. Senator, are you
See, that's exactly what you Democrats believe in.
Of giving tax breaks for the wealthy?
Yeah, I think what President Trump and what I've heard him say is, hey, if I've got to pay more taxes so that people that don't get a tax on tips and don't get some of these other things on the other brackets, if they get that break and I have to pay a little more, I'm willing to be able to do that. As you know, there's a lot of different things on the table right now. The House wants to do a huge increase in the SALT tax deduction, the state and local tax deduction. If they end up doing that, that actually benefits that top bracket the most on it. So even if that bracket went up and they changed the SALT tax, it could all be a wash on it. So there's a lot of elements in this we got to be able to work out.
So China's clearly playing hardball. Listen to what Trump's Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, had to say about that. Roll it.
A Spanish official said today that maybe Europe should look to China instead of the U.S. And I can tell you that is a losing proposition for the Europeans. We put up the tariff wall. China's business model is predicated on this incredibly imbalanced economy and exporting low-cost goods and subsidized goods to the rest of the world. And guess where they are going to land? On the European shores. The U.S. is trying to rebalance toward more manufacturing. China needs to rebalance towards more consumption.
More on the Europeans for a moment, Senator. The EU says it will impose its first countermeasures against U.S. tariff. That will be April 15th, but those tariffs could be suspended if there's a deal. It seems like there's deal-making all over the place, but not with China. China's isolated. What say you?
Yeah, the deal-making all over the place is the key at this point. Let's resolve issues we've got with Argentina, with Europe, with Central America, with lots of Asia. Vietnam has already come to the table and said, hey, they want to be able to clear all their barriers. That's positive. This could be a very rapid turnaround in access to those markets, which the United States has tried to get literally for decades. If Trump is able to land this, multiple balls in the air at one time, just start landing them one at a time, that will be historic in a million ways. But China will be the big issue because they are very focused on trying to dig in. You look at Vietnam versus China. Vietnam immediately said, we're going to drop tariffs. We're going to open up our market. China immediately said, we're going to close our market even more. So the two big economic superpowers have got to be able to work this out, and China's got to be reasonable in this because they have been the problem.
They got to be reasonable.
Senator, you're from Oklahoma. That is one of the most Republican states in the nation. When you go back to Oklahoma, what are your constituents telling you about tariffs and Trump's performance so far?
Well, I'm 100% looking to get home for Easter and get a chance to be able to be around my family and my community a whole lot more. I'll tell you what I'm getting on the phone and on emails from people right now. People are either very patient, saying, hey, I understand, I see what Trump is trying to do. He's trying to negotiate these deals. He is a deal maker. He is working to be able to make deals as fast as possible. They see that. there's also a lot of companies that do manufacturing that they may have a few parts that are coming from China or from Vietnam, and they're concerned right now because they don't know how long the negotiations will take, and they're looking at their inventory that they have currently, or they already have contracts in place to be able to sell their product, and they're worried about it. They don't want to have to go spend all their time renegotiating all their contracts.
There is pressure to wrap this thing up quickly, right?
Right. Faster the better on it. Have the negotiations, get it resolved, start resolving them one country at a time and get it done.
Senator Langford, always a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate it.
You bet. Good to see you again.
Yes, sir.
Zangria, 14 years on YouTube and 500 subscribers. How do you feel, buddy? Even though you don't post any content, you probably did post something a while ago. And what the hell is your profile picture? Lawnmower or something? Let's play this classic of Trump, bringing coal back to America. We got any coal workers in here?
Very strong, and they're great. They're great people, and thank you very much. This is a very important day to me because we're bringing back an industry that was abandoned, despite the fact that it was just about the best, certainly the best in terms of power, real power. And I'm very honored to be doing this. The country's went to beautiful clean coal, and they've stayed there for many years, like China. China's opening 2 plants every week. Germany went green, very green. They went so green they almost went out of business. Germany was
hit the like and subscribe button if you're new here, though.
Wasn't blowing too much, and they went to all sorts of other things. You know, the Green New Scam hit Germany too, and guess what? Now they're back to coal. They're opening up coal plants all over Germany. We're the ones that aren't doing it. I call it beautiful, clean coal. I told my people never use the word coal unless you put beautiful, clean before it. Right, Doc?
Hit the like and subscribe button if you're new here.
Beautiful, clean coal. So today, thank you. Today we're taking historic action to help American workers, miners, families, and consumers. We're ending Joe Biden's war on beautiful, clean coal once and for all. And it wasn't just Biden, it was Obama, and there were others. But we're doing the exact opposite. And all those plants that have been closed are going to be opened. If they're modern enough, or they'll be ripped down and brand new ones will be built. We're going to put the miners back to work. And I said I was going to do this. And I've said it loud and clear. And it's time to do it, and we need it. And I look at these people behind me. I don't want to have any arm wrestling contests with any of them, but they've had a little more practice with the lifting things, I will say. But they are great people. And
hey, appreciate that.
Indirectly for
Adria,
that includes you guys.
Andrea,
for a long time.
The banter is great. You might not agree with me. You might not like the president, but the commentary and the community that I'm building is great.
Respect. And I want to thank Secretary Doug Burgum for doing such an incredible job. From the day I met him, I knew I wanted to have him in my cabinet. He took a shot at running, and he was so good and so solid that he made no news. And that was good. But I saw him, and I saw his beautiful wife, Catherine, and I said that they're going to be a team. They are a great team, and they're going to be working for this country someday. And one of the first people I called after I won. So thank you very much. And along with the Energy Secretary, Chris Wright, and I was going to make Doug actually the Energy Secretary. And he said, sir, you have one person.
Now I'm fully convinced Zangria doesn't have any brain cells left. Trump literally drove a Lamborghini Diablo in the 1990s. Like, how many brain cells do you got?
For Doug to say that, Doug's got a big ego, who was very tough to say. Catherine was there, right? Catherine, you said, wow, I've never heard that before. But Chris, you guys are fantastic. Stand up, all three of you, please stand up. Well, that's a great team. That's no better team than that. And they're going to produce energy the likes of which nobody's seen before. You know, we need to do the AI, all of this new technology that's coming online. We need more than double the energy, the electricity that we currently have. You take all of the electricity in the country right now for houses, for buildings, for everything. We need to more than double it to be number one.
Ryan, if he was just sitting in some vehicle operating it, I'm sure he would have no trouble.
But way behind. And they're gonna
Just
be
like you do,
producing
that's
a lot of
pretty
energy and a lot of
easy.
electricity for
Just
this.
sit there, operate the
We're
crane,
going to get approval
body
for
bomb,
fast. And
boom.
I would say the man that's almost comparable to you in terms of the importance to this, maybe he's even more comparable. I hate to tell you, a guy named Lee Zeldin, who's
Trump works 70 hours in 2 or 3 days of the week.
Lee was a great lawyer, and he ran for office, and he won immediately. I gave him a very important endorsement. He won for Congress in an area that was unwinnable. He couldn't have, they were all saying, was he wasting his time? That's Democrat territory, and I liked Lee and knew Lee, and he ended up winning a seat in a massive upset. Nobody knew what happened, actually, and then he was there for a long time. How many years were you there? 8 years. Was very popular, and then he almost won the governorship of New York, which is lost by a few points, which was an amazing run. And I said, we got to get you in with us in some form, and we did. And he's head of the environmental agency, EPA, and doing a great job. And I said, if we have a nuclear power plant, Lee, can you get it approved in less than a month? He said, what? He said, I'll do it faster. And by the way, he'll do a fast job, but he's going to do also a great job. It's going to be an important job. We don't even smile about it, but, you know, I've been involved in the approval process for a long time, having been in real estate. And you go years and years and years for absolutely nothing. And even in those days, they used to say, you know, this whole thing could have been approved in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and it would have been just as good. But they'd take you down the path, and you spend years waiting, and then sometimes you get rejected. I wasn't rejected too much. I was the king of zoning. I did well, but it was such nonsense. It was so terrible. The process was so terrible. But this is the big leagues now, and he's the head person in the whole country, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate you doing it. And already they're respecting you very greatly. So thank you very much, Lee. Great job. So we have a lot of senators and congressmen and women, and I'm going to just introduce the ones that I see here, because you know, it's always a problem when I do this, because I leave one or two out, and that's the end. I never get their vote again. I never get their vote. It takes years to recover, but we'll give it a shot, because Senator John Barrasso, who's my friend and a great gentleman. Thank you very much, John, for being here. Thank you, John. Cynthia Lummis, fantastic woman who believes like I do, and she believes like I do in these people, right? She believes in them maybe even more than I do. That's pretty good from day one. Thank you, Cynthia. You're doing a fantastic job. Kevin Kramer, my friend. Where is Kevin? Because Kevin, I didn't think he was here, because he had a problem, and I just will pay my respects. He wanted to be here so badly, but he had a difficult problem that he's working through, and we all love Kevin. John Hogan. John, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Steve Daines. Thank you, Steve. And Steve is a picker of great candidates, like he picked a guy named Tim Sheehy, who's here. Where's Tim?
Where's Tim? Thank you, Tim. And Tim Sheehy has turned out to be a wonderful senator, and that was your pick. And we went with it, and you were right. And we have a great one in Tim, so thank you, Tim, and thank you, Steve. Shelley Moore Capito. Shelley, thank you very much. West Virginia, from West Virginia, she has to like, you have no choice. Even if you didn't like it, you have to like Cole, right? But they were doing a number on you. They were doing a number on you with the coal stuff, and you have not only coal, but you have among the best coal anywhere in the world. So thank you very much. A friend of mine for a long time, I'm the one that got him to change his religion in a sense. He changed the party. He went from a Democrat. I said, Jimmy, you're not a Democrat. But he changed to Republican. He's one of the most popular Republicans and one of the most popular political leaders in the country. Jim Justice. I call him Big Jim. Big Jim Justice. Look, you look good, Jim. When he was in the business, and so am I doing the right thing? You would know better than anybody in this room. Am I doing the right thing, Jim? I think so, right? Thank you very much, Jim. Cindy Hyde Smith. Cindy, thank you, hon. Very good. Good job. People are going to be happy. And all friends of mine. Mike Lee. Mike, thank you very much. We have a lot of people from Congress, congressmen and women, representatives. Morgan Griffith. Morgan, thank you. Thank you very much. Bruce Westerman. Bruce, thank you, Bruce. Bob Latta. Bob Latta. Thank you, Bob. Good job. Troy Balderson. Troy, haven't seen you in a long time. Since that early race, I endorsed him before anyone knew who he was. And he ended up winning. That was another surprise, right? And that was a long time ago. Yep, you're doing a great job. Thank you very much, Troy. Carol Miller. Carol, thank you. Carol, West Virginia. Riley Moore. Riley. Hi, Riley. Thanks. Mike Bost. Mike, thank you very much. Troy Downing. Troy, thank you. Oh, he has something. What is it, coal? Is there coal in that bag? I like it. I'll take it right now. Thank you very much. Hal Rogers. Hal, thank you. Thank you, Hal. Andy Barr. Thank you, Andy. Good luck with everything. I hear good things. Troy Downing. Troy, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Troy. Hal Rogers. Oops. Harriet Hageman. Harriet. How are you, Harriet? We just left Harriet. This is one of the finest attorneys you will ever see. I have seen her in action, and she is brutal. I never want her against me, that I can tell you. Dan Muser. Dan. Thank you, Dan. Thanks, Dan. Good job you're doing. Wesley Hunt, my friend, too. Wesley, great. I love your commercial. Pete Stauber. Pete, thank you, Pete.
Trumpy talks better than you. Trumpy makes more money than you. He walks better than you. He thinks smarter than you. He does better than you. He makes more money than you. He makes steak better than you.
Governor Greg.
He drives better than you. He gets more women than you.
Thank you very much, Greg.
He has more children than you.
Thank you very much. Patrick Morrissey, West Virginia, just got elected.
He fights better than you.
Mark Gordon.
His lawyers beat more cases than you.
Thank you very much.
He avoids prison more than you.
And I'm in trouble because I don't know. I got 5 or 6 others that I see quickly, but I'm just not going to do it. Don't hold it against me because we have to get back to the most important people in the room, these people. You know that, right? So the energy workers and the coal miners in the area that I'm standing on, and there's a lot of weight on this platform, so I don't know what's going to happen. I hope it's structurally designed for you guys. I don't know. But we have just really well-deserving, great American patriots, and it's such an honor
to be here and making such a big move, such a bold move in energy. Because, you know, for years, people would just bemoan this industry and decimate the industry for absolutely no reason. Because with modern technology and all of the other things that we do, it's one of the great forms of energy. That's why other countries, leading countries, are using it, some exclusively. For 4 long years, Joe Biden and congressional Democrats tried to abolish the American coal industry. They did everything in their power while he was awake, which wasn't much, shutting down dozens of coal plants, banning coal leases on federal lands, and
Absolutely not, Leslie. Absolutely not.
Destroying their lives, actually. Destroying their lives. I'll never forget when I went to West Virginia, which I won by 48 points, I think, right? Big Jim, I won by 48 points. But in the first campaign where Hillary Clinton was about 4 states too early, and she was talking about how bad coal was and how they were going to teach coal miners how to make widgets and gadgets and technology, which they didn't want.
What about Biden's crime family? How do you give them preemptive pardons?
Penthouse on Fifth
Hit the
Avenue,
like and subscribe button if you're new, though.
They want to mine coal. That's what they love to do. And she was going to put them in a high-tech industry where you make little cell phones or things. I don't know. Do you think he'd be good at that? I don't know. You don't want to be. And she was brutal about 3 weeks before, but then she had a problem. She went to West Virginia looking for votes, and that was a bad situation. You remember that? And there was a coal miner around the table with his family, and he was in tears because of what they had done to him and his family. And I hope he's still around, but that man made quite an impression on the world and the public. And we ended up winning in a great election, but we ended up winning by a lot. The Democrats' Green New Scam killed jobs and sent prices soaring here in America. But meanwhile, China opened 2 coal plants every single week, and other countries likewise went very strongly back into coal. Some of them never got off. Those are the ones that didn't have the problems. The Biden energy policy was to put America last. We want to be last. We got to be last. Not a good policy. Under my administration, we're putting America first. It's very simple. America's always going to be first. On my first day in office, I terminated the Green New Scam. I declared the national energy emergency and withdrew from the unfair, one-sided, and extremely costly to the United States only Paris Climate Accord. You know, under the Paris Climate Accord, we had a terrible situation. We would have paid over $1 trillion. Think of it, over $1 trillion. And Russia was paying almost nothing. Russia had a 1992 standard. China was paying nothing. China didn't kick in until 2035. This was 5 years ago. So they didn't kick in for many years. India had no standard whatsoever. But we had the highest standard you could imagine, and we had to start paying from day one, and we had to pay lots of money. We paid for everything. So I was not a big fan of the Paris Accord, and I let it be known, and I got out of it early. Then they went back into it, and now we get back out of it. And hopefully we could be there for a long time, okay? A long time, because it was a scam to take money away from the United States and actually hurt us very badly with coal and with other things. Now, under the executive order that I will sign in a few moments, we're slashing unnecessary regulations that targeted the beautiful clean coal. We will rapidly expedite leases for coal mining on federal lands, and these 2 gentlemen are going to do a real job of it. You've already started. And we'll streamline permitting. We will end the government bias against coal, and we're going to unlock the sweeping authorities of Defense Production Act, the Defense Production Act, to turbocharge coal mining in America. They made it impossible. You actually, I know a friend of mine has a plant. He said, you know, it's a shame. I'm ripping it down and I'm replacing it with another form of energy. I won't tell you because it's also very good, but it's not as powerful as this. He said, you know, the plant I'm building, the new plant, is literally half as good. It's no less, it's not probably even as good environmentally, but he said it produced half the power for more money, much more money. It'll never compete with that beautiful plant I have down the road, which was really a modernized coal plant. Well, he'll be happy to know that he can open that plant up very quickly and it's going to produce a lot. But he was complaining. He said, this is so much better. He wasn't doing that as politicking me. He was doing that because that's what he felt. And he knew every form of energy. We talked about that. He knew every form of energy. But our government is going to do something that's very different. And
Hey, I'll make you a moderator.
This was my idea.
I'm adding you as a moderator now.
15 minutes before I got up here. We're going to guarantee that
there you go.
Strong business for
you are now a moderator.
That your coal companies and your miners don't get all excited about their jobs, and then should a radical left liberal become president, they end the business right away, and somebody's built a plant and spent hundreds of millions of dollars in building a plant, and the plant is going to be closed because a Democrat got in or a liberal got in. They're opposed to coal, and Republicans are very much for it. Clean coal. And we're going to give a guarantee that the business will not be terminated by the ups and downs of the world of politics. So should somebody come in to this very important office and say, oh, well, you spent hundreds of millions of dollars and you guys have given up your life because you want to be in coal, and then all of a sudden you don't have a life anymore because it's what you know the best. That's not going to happen. We're going to give a guarantee that it's not going to happen, so that if somebody comes in, they cannot change it at a whim. They cannot just going to go. They're going to have to go through hell to close you up. All right, so that's pretty good. We're going to give that in the form of a guarantee that we're writing on right now structurally and from a legal standpoint. So your investments are going to also be protected. And you're going to have no reason to be concerned about your future, your life, or your investment if you're a miner, as this great governor was a miner. Actually, he was one of the larger coal miners. He could fit up here very easily, Big Jim. But he was a great success. But they were very, very tough on him, and he did a beautiful job with a beautiful product. Already under our leadership, the Department of Interior has approved the expansion of the Spring Creek mine in Montana, supporting 280 coal mining jobs and unlocking over 40 million tons of coal. And there's more to come. Spring Creek, big one. And there's more to come in the states of Wyoming, Alabama, Utah, North Dakota, and many others. West Virginia, I can't believe they didn't put West Virginia down. It's lucky I mentioned that, right? Can you imagine if I didn't mention West Virginia? I would have been in big trouble. They didn't mark it down here. Good to have a president like that can pick that up, right? You think Joe Biden would have picked that up? I don't think so. Gee, they didn't mention West Virginia. I don't think so. I don't think he'd be standing up here either. The value of untapped coal in our country is 100 times greater than the value of all the gold at Fort Knox. And we're going to unleash it and make America rich and powerful again. Under this order, I'm also directing Secretary Wright to use billions of dollars in federal funding to invest in the next generation of coal technology, which is an amazing technology in terms of getting the full potential of coal and also doing it in a very clean, environmental way. Pound for pound, coal is the single most reliable, durable, secure, and powerful form of energy there is on Earth today. It's a big step. You never hear those statements, you know. You've never heard that before from a politician, have you? Well, maybe from that politician, but not from not too many. But that's the way it is. I say it again. Pound for pound, coal is the single most reliable, durable, secure, and powerful form of energy. It's cheap, incredibly efficient, high density, and it's almost indestructible. You could drop a bomb on it, and it's going to be there for you to use the next day, which you can't say with any other form of energy. Virtually indestructible. Most importantly, we have more of it here in America than anywhere else on Earth. We have more coal than any other country. You go to Australia, they have fantastic amounts of coal. You know who they sell it to? China. They sell it to China. They're nearby. They sell a lot of it to China.
but we have more than anywhere else on Earth. We also have more liquid gold than anywhere on Earth. So we're really an energy behemoth, but we're unleashing that also. That's going to be another part. But I didn't even want to mention that. It's not down here because I didn't want to mention today is about clean, beautiful coal. So I'm going to give this to you. This big guy. Should I give it to him? Yeah. You take that.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay. For example, we believe it's possible to extract enormous amounts of critical minerals and rare earths, which you know we need for technology and high technology in the process of coal mining, making in America the mineral superpower of the world, actually. In addition, I'm instructing the Department of Justice to identify and fight every single unconstitutional state or local regulation that's putting our coal miners out of business. And we are withdrawing all of those objections from our government today. It's all being withdrawn. So all of you people that have been fighting for your lives, we are withdrawing all of that today. We have excellent lawyers, excellent. Have you noticed that lots of law firms have been signing up with Trump? $100 million, another $100 million for damages that they've done. But they give you $100 million and then they announce that, but we have done nothing wrong. And I agree, they've done nothing wrong. But what the hell? They give me a lot of money considering they've done nothing wrong. And we'll use some of those people, some of those great firms. They are great firms too. They just had a bad moment. But we're going to use some of those firms to work with you on your leasing and your other things. And they'll do a great job. I think they're going to do a fantastic job. And for those of you that want to know the tariffs, you've been hearing about tariffs, we're taking in almost $2 billion a day in tariffs. $2 billion a day. And we're doing very well. And we're doing very well in making, I call them tailored deals, not off the rack. These are tailored, highly tailored deals. Right now, Japan is flying here to make a deal. South Korea is flying here to make a deal, and others are flying here. I mean, my only problem is I'm not sure I have enough. We're going to have to use those great law firms, I think, to help us with that. But we're going to probably do that, actually. We're going to use them, and we're getting them for the right price because we need a lot of talent. We have a lot of countries coming in that want to make deals. If I told them about making those deals 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, or 5 years ago, they'd be laughing at us. Now they're all signing up, Mike, you know that. So it's going to be a great thing, but we're think of that, $2 billion a day, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money even in the coal business, isn't it? It's a lot of money. And America's going to be very rich again very soon. You're going to see that happening. You see it all along. And it's, so that whole situation that, you know, it was somewhat explosive, but if we didn't do that, we wouldn't be talking the way we're talking right now. It's been amazing what's happened. Sometimes you have to mix it up a little bit, but we've had great consideration. We've had talks with many countries, over 70. They all want to come in. Our problem is can't see that many that fast. But we don't have to because, as you know, the tariffs are on and the money is pouring in at a level that we've never seen before. And it's going to be great for us. It's going to be great for other countries. We've been ripped off and abused by countries for many years with the tariff situation. They've used tariffs against us. We didn't use tariffs against them or in any way. I mean, we just didn't use them with any monumental proportion. And so we are doing it now. We have tariffs on cars. We have tariffs on lumber, tariffs on steel and aluminum. Steel plants are going up because of it all over the country. We have 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum. And I think the steel workers like me even more than the coal miners like me. I'm pretty sure that that's true. We have, instead of having no steel business, I put them on originally my first term. We wouldn't have had one steel mill in the United States if I didn't do that. And now we upped it, and we not only are we taking in a lot of money, but we're protecting our workers, our steel workers, we're protecting our steel industry. And one thing you know, that steel and things like steel you need, because you need it from a defense standpoint. You need steel for your tanks and your planes and your everything. And certain industries you can get away with not having, but others you need, and steel is one you need. So I want to let you know that's in full force and effect. And literally, as we speak, I spoke to executives in the steel industry over the last few days, and they're all coming in to build plants in the United States of America, because if you build them in the United States, you have no tariffs to pay. There are no tariffs to pay, zero. If you build them outside using outside labor and hurting our businesses, and you send your product in, you have to pay a price for that, and they will be having tariffs, as you know. It's an amazing thing. This has been something used against us for many years by other countries, China in particular, but others, not just China, others, and taken advantage of us, ripped us off, and left us for dead, frankly. And I believe if I didn't become your president, I believe that this country would have had problems like they've never had before, because it was serious damage in so many other ways. Not only the border, where people came rushing into our country from prisons and jails and mental institutions, murderers, drug dealers, and some vicious criminals. 11,088 murderers came into our country. We have to get them out. We're getting them out. 11,088. Of that number, half committed murder on more than two people. And this is what they allowed into our country with their open border policy of lunacy. And we're taking care of that, just like we're taking care of you today. We're taking care of that. And I want to thank Christine Holm and Tom Homan for doing an unbelievable job. The whole thing is, what the job they're doing is incredible. It's really an unforced error. It should have never happened, that we have to be spending such time and resources, Mr. Senator, right, on getting people out of our country that shouldn't be here. I mean, literally, from mental institutions, insane asylums were opened up and emptied into our country. Prisons from all over the world, not just South America, prisons from, think of this, from Africa, the Congo, a lot of people from the Congo, prisons in the Congo, prisons from Asia, from all over, were opened up. And I knew that when I heard it was an open border policy. I said, if you do that, every country is going to be dumping people that they don't want into our country. And that's what's happened, but we're cleaning it out. And the courts, we had a good decision, as you know, from the Supreme Court, allowing us to do that. We have judges that didn't want us to do it. We have judges that wanted the very evil gang members from Trendy, Iroquois, and MS-13. They didn't want them taken out of the country and put in very powerful prisons. When you look, you've all seen those clips, pretty amazing clips. But I want to thank El Salvador. They've done an incredible job. But we've been fortunately winning those
Shout
cases.
out El Salvador.
Judges that are out of control that say, oh, bring them back. We don't want them back. We don't want them back. Can you imagine? You spend all of that time, energy, and money on getting them out, and then you have a judge that sits there, local judge who sits there, federal judges, sits there and says, no, bring them back. One was brought back. Well, they want to bring him back because he wasn't a member of Tren de Aragua. He was a member of MS-13, which is just as bad. So they misidentified him, but it sounds to me like he was a member of MS-13. So they want him brought back because he wasn't treated properly. It's we got to be smart. Our country's got to get a lot smarter than it is, but we have to give the people that are empowered to do this kind of work, and it's not pleasant work. We have to give them the option of making our country great again, and that's what they're doing. And I have great respect for those people, and they're doing it out of love. They could get a much easier job. They're doing it out of love for our country. It's so important. Just like I'm doing this with coal today for love for our country. Earlier this afternoon, I signed another executive order to strengthen our electric grid by ensuring that coal-fired power plants are always available to meet surging demand for electricity. Unlike wind and solar, coal plants can run 24 hours a day in rain, sleet, or snow. and you will not be subject to the incredible blackout situation that's taking place in California, where they have blackouts all the time. It's an amazing thing with California. They have blackouts and brownouts at levels that nobody's ever seen before. And all they want to do is keep going the way they're going. And they're doing a very poor job. As you probably heard, I released billions of gallons of water going in from upstate California, from the most northern parts of California. It probably comes in from Canada to a certain extent. Thank you very much, Canada. We appreciate it. And I released it. It was being sent out to the Pacific Ocean. I've been working on Gavin and some of the politicians for years, and they didn't want to do that because they were protecting a smelt, a fish that was perhaps in trouble, but it's not unique to that area. And because of that, you had numbers, you had fires. Nobody's ever seen anything like what happened. Think of what it would have been like if you had fire hydrants that had water in them, if you had sprinkler systems in houses. A lot of these luxury houses where they had beautiful sprinkler systems, there was no water. They had no water to put out the fires. Water is very good for putting out fires. You know, they just didn't learn it. But we now have millions of gallons, billions actually, they say, of gallons of water pouring into California from the Pacific Northwest, I guess they would say, mostly Pacific Northwest, but other parts of the northern sections of California and beyond. And it's a beautiful thing to see. I saw a picture of it this morning. The water's just flowing down there. I said, why didn't they do this? I told them to do it my first term. I said, do it. And I don't know, I think the second term is just more powerful. They do it. When I say do it, they do it, right? And we actually had to do some pretty strong things to get them to open it up. They had, think of this, they had all that water pouring out right into the Pacific. They had a big valve, like a giant valve as big as this room, and they turned the valve. Takes 1 day to turn it, and they face it toward the Pacific Ocean, and the water, all that was coming down, all millions and millions of gallons coming down, they put it into the Pacific Ocean, which for the Pacific Ocean is like a drop of water. But for California, it would have been unbelievable. So we did it. I'm very proud of the fact that we did it. We did that against a lot of heat and a lot of environmental nonsense. From now on, we'll ensure that our nation's critically needed coal plants, as an example, remain online and fully operational. They're always going to be operational. And again, we're going to have guarantees that government cannot close them down, close you down, and destroy your lives. To that end, I'm also instructing Secretary Wright to save the Choy coal plant in Arizona, a big plant which has been slated for destruction. We're going to keep those coal miners on the job. Going to tell them to just remain calm, because we're going to have that plant opening and burning the clean coal, beautiful clean coal, in a very short period of time. You know all about that, right? That's a big one. As part of our historic deregulatory efforts this afternoon, I'm also granting immediate relief to 47 companies operating 66 coal plants, very big ones all over the country, recusing and making them available for coal production almost in the immediate future. But we're going to be crushing Biden-era environmental restrictions. These are restrictions that made it impossible to do anything having to do, frankly, with energy, even beyond coal. It's really beyond even coal. We have clean air, we have clean water, and now we have clean coal. And at the same time, we're gonna do other things and other forms of technology and also energy, like our country has never really seen before and never been known to do before, because of all sorts of restrictions having to do with the Green New Scam, which, by the way, was devised by somebody that never even studied. You know that they never even studied anything to do with the environment. It was a young congresswoman. She came up with the idea. And based on that, I guess we only have, well, actually, we should have all been gone, because they gave us
only a few years left on Earth, right? Right, Greg? We were going to be gone. We were all going to be gone. The environment now, what they have to worry about is the nuclear heat. They don't have to worry about environmental heat. They have to worry about nuclear heat. And if we're smart, we're working on that right now with others having to do with Iran and some other countries. But that's the heat you're going to have to worry about. You don't have to worry about the air is getting warmer. The ocean will rise 1/4 of an inch within the next 500 to 600 years, giving you a little bit more waterfront property. They say these guys can handle that. The nuclear we have a bigger problem with, right? So we're going to make sure that that's safe. We're going to make sure that that's safe. With us today are some of the amazing workers who will benefit from these policies, the policies that we're doing and so proud of doing, including Jeff Crow, a miner from West Virginia. Jeff, would you come up and say a few words? Jeff? Come on up here, Jeff.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. I want to first thank you for having me and my fellow miners here. It is an honor and a privilege to be a part of today's events. I believe this past November that America clearly spoke about what we wanted for our country. It is reassuring for Americans to have a president in office who will truly put the United States of America above all else. With putting America first, you have spoken numerous times about energy independence. I believe most don't understand the importance of that. Coal is one of the major factors in energy independence and accounts for a large portion of America's energy. Coal is one of the most reliable and cheapest forms of electricity. For too long, coal has been a dirty word that most are afraid to speak about. Most of those that would speak negatively about coal do so from an uneducated standpoint. Many are unaware of the engineering and technology that are used in today's mining to create a clean, energy-efficient product. All of this is done while using the safest practices in the industry. Speaking for West Virginia, coal provides approximately 50,000 jobs for those that work in the mines and the businesses that support them. It also accounts for over 50% of West Virginia's export product. To name a few, we employ engineers, teachers, physical therapists, accountants, truck drivers, high school and college graduates. All of these occupations and graduates have turned to the coal industry to provide a better way of life for them and their families. Everyone in our industry works long hours and days to provide a reliable energy product, and too many times it goes unnoticed. I've personally worked in the industry for 23 years. I choose to do this daily to provide my wife and children with the life that they deserve. Prior administrations have done all they could to eliminate the coal industry. Sorry, 1 second, I'm getting there. In my opinion, they have done so with an unethical and uneducated approach. But we are still strong, we are still here, and we are still needed in order to make America great again. Having a president and an administration that understands the need and importance of coal is more than appreciated. It gives the industry a form of reassurance to know that we have a president in place that supports us. From my family to the over 3,000 employees of ACNR, and for the coal companies, miners, and businesses throughout our great country that rely on the coal industry, we say thank you for your continued support. I personally thank you for what you do for our country and for our industry. It has been my pleasure to be here today to help you usher in the golden age of America.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. You did a good job. Let me have that speech. I want to have that. I had a couple of good lenses, then when I came on, no. Actually, what I want to do, I'm going to sign it for you. Because I mean, he worked hard. Look at it, and look how good his eyes must be to read that.
I lost it once.
And hopefully you can sell it tonight for a lot of money.
No, sir, I'll keep that.
That's great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jeff. And also with us is Tony Campbell of the East Kentucky Power Cooperative. And Tony's quite a gentleman and very respected in the industry. Come on up, Tony. Thank you.
Mr. President, on behalf of East Kentucky Power Cooperative, the National Rural Electric Cooperative Association, and electric cooperatives across this America, thank you for your leadership to restore American energy dominance. Electric co-ops keep the lights on for 42 million Americans across 56% of the land mass. We are owned by the communities and businesses we serve and provide electricity to growing communities, new data centers, and manufacturing plants. Mr. President, electric co-ops are powering America, and we are proud to partner with you and your administration to power America into the future.
Proud.
Our electric cooperatives in Kentucky understands the importance of reliable, affordable, and American-made energy, especially coal and natural gas. Coal fuels most of the electricity generated by our cooperative. America must keep coal plants open and running to ensure reliable electricity when we need it most. To meet growing demand over the next decade and ensure fuel security, America will need more always available electric.
Well, it was nice, but I'm not going to let this whole thing go out. I've been trying to file my taxes right now, and it's really annoying me. So I'm going to go now, but hit the like and subscribe button. And appreciate you guys. Peace out. Have a good day. Have a good day, everybody. Hope you all liked and subscribed. Bye now.